Hi, how are you today? Okay, so I don't really know where to begin on, wait, am I mute? No, I'm good. Okay, so I don't even know where to begin with what happened with last stream because so much went down. Um, so, uh, I had, because I had planned it to be in an order, and then it happened out of order, and then other things happened that I didn't think were gonna happen, so it was a thing. But basically, I thought I was going to kind of speculate on who Just Nobody was, but Just Nobody ended up deciding to out themselves and expose who they were and their identity. So we addressed that. We addressed the allegations they've been faced with and their confession on what they admitted that they did. We've discussed why I believe that was wrong. Actually, did I discuss why I believe? I just think I just said it was wrong. I don't know if I discussed why, actually, in hindsight. Maybe I should, though. But we did address that. I'm just leaving it where basically, I don't know if I said this, but I kind of processed it at, if the person he harmed wanted to press charges on him, she would have, or she might still be able to. I don't know if the statute of limitations are up on that or if there is one. But anyway, so I'm just gonna leave it alone. Like if she wanted to make it, if she, because some people they don't want it to be a thing. Some people they do want call out. I don't really know in this case, but, yeah. So like at this point, I'm just gonna leave it alone because why am I? I'm not the one affected by it. And I just told him I'm just gonna keep an eye on him for what he does in the future. Kind of basically is where I left it. Yeah. And so you can see all of that in the first part. And then we also looked at the Just Nobody page for a lot of the evidence that has been put up. And we checked that out. And then we also, I addressed a plan of like not only for Just Nobody, but for anybody, even Mono, even, Andrew, or even, like all of these people, whoever like that are standing with him, like what would be a plan of accountability? What would that look like for me? Basically how would I think that go down? I put together that plan as well in the last stream and talked about that. And then we also, while we were going through exposure live streams, not live streams, but exposure posts, which included live stream clips and other things, we had gotten through I think like 7 of those full clips, and then like after a minute into the 8th clip or so, I think, which was the second part of a live stream I want to finish watching, what we saw was KB came into Midwest panel, and the rest of the stream was kind of detracted by that altercation, and we watched kind of that for the rest of the stream. So today what we're going to kind of do is pick up on both of those places there. I want to finish, so there was 3 parts of this one live stream on the, it's exposure on YouTube is the same as nobody on TikTok. So on that page, there's a live stream that we were watching between Mono and Abuela and, Andrew. And so in those streams, we had watched all of part 1 and we were a minute into part 2. So we're going to pick back up. We're just going to start at the beginning of that part 2 and pick back up there and watch part 2 and part 3 of that live stream once we get to the Just Nobody page. And I think there's also another thing on here I want to watch too, though, before we get there. Just Nobody already uploaded some information relevant to last night. Not only a clip from the stream of last night that I was in, but also another clip that I haven't even seen yet. Oh, Exposure is here. Exposure said that he meant to record more of Midwest stream but fell asleep. Oh, well, I appreciate that. My phone was having issues. I had to go socialize and do some things as well, and my phone was glitching on me. So from a combination of that, I got a little bit of it, but not all of it. So yeah, so you got some pieces of that. We're gonna watch that. I also have a little bit of that we're gonna watch, and I'm gonna go over some comments that I took some screenshots of I want to show you guys. And yeah, we're just gonna see if there's any more information as well besides all of that on the exposure page I want to see. And then we also, before we get to all of that, we're going to address the KB live stream from last night in Midwest panel. We'll be watching the rest of that. Oh, hi, Midwest. Midwest said that we are live. What's up, bitches? You're not bitches. That came out wrong. You know, no. Well, bitches to the ops, but not to the Midwest panel. But yeah, so we'll be watching the clips, the material we do have from last night's live stream. And I also just kind of want to point out some comments that stood out to me in the chat as well. And you guys can see what y'all think as well. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna roll my fucking intro and then we're gonna get started. Oh, and before we do the KB thing, okay, so last night, Fuck Around and Find Out, also known as Chingasz, had sent us some evidence. And at the time, the picture, like when I was sitting there, like this is showing me it's pictures, but it won't click through. Like it was not going through this album whenever I was trying to go through it. I think TikTok or some shit was glitching on me. I don't know. But it's working for me now. And so we're gonna just review the material that Fuck Around and Find Out sent me again, also just kind of for context before we watch everything else as well. We'll pull that back up real quick too. All right, I'm gonna roll my intro and then we're gonna get started. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alexis, also known as Lexie or Deaf Child. I was born deaf, hard of hearing. I began doing business as Deaf Child 2013, marketing 2011, sales 2009. I've earned 50 plus certifications in marketing and sales. My Bachelor of Science from Loyola University, New Orleans, with a music industry studies major and a business administration minor. Deafness runs in my family genetically. Speech is not fully accessible to me. Anyway, I'm here to bitch about whatever the fuck is on my mind. So here we go. Visit my site at noladeafchild.com.
Okay, so we're gonna get on going here. What I had, like last time, I was trying to click on the arrows and I couldn't see past this first page and I was so frustrated. I was like, it looks like it's a carousel, but it was not letting me click through the photos. But this time we got it. So it says, and this is from Fuck Around and Find Out, also known as Chingasz. For the people that don't know, this quote-unquote beef started because I told Andrew to cleanse himself. Its own toxic TikTok trends, by the way. I told him, leave native mamas alone. He continued to harass her. He posted my kin on his backtrack because she walked away when he told her he'd send bad things my way, meaning to fuck around and find out, to affect her then unborn baby. Okay. So, then right here, it shows a screenshot where we've got KB saying in the comments, she's lying for the panel. And the overlay that Fuck Around and Find Out put here says, I don't know how I'm lying when the video of them talking about reporting me to CPS is on my page. Okay. And then right here, when the overlay, it says, when they admit to calling CPS on an indigenous person. Oh, we got Super J in the house. Hi, Jay. Thank you for being here. And thank you for being here at Exposure in Midwest. Did I say thank you already? Appreciate all you guys. And so, yeah. It says when they admit to calling CPS on an indigenous person as a text overlay. And in the comments here, we see KB saying it was a caseworker. Which, so, that I can't remember. I believe this was recorded in my stream last night in the last hour or so of that. We were basically asking KB, how would you know it was a caseworker? Where would you have gotten that information from? If I'm not mistaken, that happened. So here, you see that there was a violation warning. I believe that Chingasz, also known as Fuck Around and Find Out, was hit with this warning. And yeah, it says then attempt, for the overlay, it says then attempt to silence me when asking why they talk ish about a 3-month-old baby. So yeah, because you know if you're getting flagged, then they're trying to take you down, right? So that's a form of silencing. Um, and aquí tenemos algunos. No, that's not right. Un poquito español. Mi español es mierda, pero creo que él dice, I don't know. Solo recuerda que en esta vida no debes enojar a la gente que camina con los muertos. Ninguna cantidad de purificaciones hará que estos espíritus ancestrales retrocederán. Lo siento, porque mi español es mierda. You know, entonces, that's all right. And it says, and if you know, you know, no one will touch that very rare. You will find someone who's willing to go against old medicine. Yeah. Anyway, because when you walk with your ancestors, you're all good. Yeah. Anyway, Super J said, where's the English button? Oh, Native Mama says, hey girls, Native Mamas. What's up, guys? All right. I think it says, solo recuerda. I think that means something like, only remember that in this life, you, don't have to, no sé cómo es que la palabra enojar is. Shit, fuck it. Let's translate it. You know what I should have done? Hold on. Oh, god damn it. Can I was trying to open this in like a new, whatever, I tried. Fuck it. Okay, sorry. Let me just type this into here. Un momento, por favor. Como la flor, con tanto amor, me diste tú, se marchitó, me marcho hoy, yo sé perder, pero ay, como me duele. Ay, como me duele. Okay, so it says, just remember that in this life, you shouldn't anger the people who walk with the dead. No amount of purification will make those ancestral spirits retreat. Oh shit, it's supposed to translate it for me before I saw that. God damn it. Life is hard. Super J said, where is that gong? Did you mean song? I don't have a gong. Ding. Anyway, are you talking about the Selena song? Como la flor. Selena Quintanilla. Anyway. We love Selenas. Yeah. Okay, my bad. So, he said gong. Ding. Yeah. Alright. So, fucking moving on. The Gong Show. Oh my gosh, she doesn't get it. No, I don't. I don't get it. You know what, though? You're older than me. Wait, is that fucked up? I said it, though. It's too late. I can't take it back. Oh, I can see. Thank you. Yeah. No, but wait, let's look up the Gong Show now. What the fuck is that? 1976. I was born in 93. Do you fucking think I watched this shit? I stand by what I said. I'm sorry. You sounded rude. Did I mention how good your hair looks today? Your hair looks so good today, Jay. You know what's my age? Michelle from Full House. How rude. But yeah. Okay. Um. Oh, Super J says if you can't sing, they ringing a gong and you have to get off the stage. Ah, so you're saying that I cannot sing. Got it. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. So we got one vote for can sing and one vote for cannot sing. So I feel like that's a solid neutral, what puts me at average. Right? They cancel out, kinda. That puts me back at like a square. I don't know. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you laughed at that, but you didn't disagree with it yet. Anyway. Um, so moving on, we now have this is episode 1 of the real Andrew and them over there. And I'm just gonna rewatch this. I don't think it's that long, but we're just gonna hit play on this. Let's see if my captioner thing wants to work today also. Should make sure the sound's on. Okay, we're gonna try it. Oh yeah, I forgot to say this is the second thing that we had watched. We did watch all of this, but I just want to provide it for context for the rest of the KB live stream conversation. Um, but yeah, so we did watch this in the previous live stream, and I think that did work out last time, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go again.
This is puppy. The native mamas is puppy. Sit down. You're pregnant. You can get hurt.
Hey girl, put this in your file. I'm retired law enforcement. Okay, bitch? I'm retired law enforcement. Put that in your file.
And this girl just had a baby, okay? And she's practicing.
Why isn't she enjoying her baby? If she just had a baby,
exactly.
enjoy your baby. Why are you on TikTok doing this?
Thank you. Thank you. I hope she fucking
They bought it. They bought it.
Is that the girl that does witchcraft?
Yeah, the one on top. They all have kids, supposedly.
Yeah, she does the witchcraft and she has a baby in her house.
She just had a baby. She was doing this while she was pregnant, mind you.
Honestly, I think this is kind of like anti-indigenous, particularly because each indigenous tribe has different beliefs around these types of concepts. And you know, I've seen Chingasz use the hashtag brujeria a lot. I don't think I said that right, but you know what the fuck I mean. And that's, you know, like a southern indigenous form, which is kind of gets, I feel like, seen as witchcraft under today's landscape, but really goes back to ancestral teachings, in my opinion. But I mean, I could be wrong, but I just really feel like whenever you kind of demonize the different spiritual practices that other people have, it never really goes well, in my opinion. You know, like sometimes I understand reasons to criticize. There's always reasons to criticize any religious organization, in my opinion. Like, and I feel like that's just, you know, acknowledging that there's always something to criticize and do better on. But yeah, this I find it kind of anti like Southern Indigenous, in my opinion, because it's just what everybody has their own beliefs, and there it is a fact and truth that in certain tribes there are beliefs that you shouldn't do certain practices when you're pregnant or things of that nature, because they believe that the medicine or the power is too big for also the life you're carrying, or something like that. Or everyone will have different beliefs, but they'll believe different things related to things like that, right? And they or certain tribes, you know, you don't do certain things when you're on your period, because they believe when you're on your moon cycle, your power is too great and it will make the other powers uncontrollable. Not that there's anything wrong with you, but the energy is at this point vibrating too high, so they have to control the energy in the room. And so it'll be, you know, different tribe, but not every tribe has that practice. Like, different tribes have different practices around these things, and some tribes have had some of these practices before but no longer carry these practices, but there are old teachings that some people do believe, some people don't. You know, there's like a mix. So, but I feel like this, I don't agree with it. And I know indigenous women who legally have had their children taken away, and the judge literally put in the legal paperwork because of witchcraft, but all it was is their ancestral indigenous ways. And so that's another thing, like, with indigenous people, the concept of witchcraft gets demonized and used to legally harm indigenous people. And I know someone this has happened to. And it happened as a result, in my opinion, of an abusive situation. And so, and I know what type of person and what type of mom this person is as well. And it's just like, when you think of that and you know the realities of how kids get taken away disproportionately from indigenous people and from other people who are of different cultures than the white stereotypical norm, even though nothing wrong happened. Have y'all seen the Take Care of Maya documentary, for example? You know, I'm not going to get into that right now. We'll maybe cover that a different time, but look into that if you haven't. But I think it's called that or something like that. If you Google that, you should find it. But you know what I mean? Okay, we're going to keep going. My bad.
Oh,
and,
boy.
and mind you, just the other day, she was slapping her baby's back real, real hard as she was angry,
No.
arguing. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
I mean,
Maybe
literally,
somebody should
the
be
baby
calling
was
Department
gasping
of
for
Social
air.
Services on her.
Yes. Yes.
I would report it. I would.
Yeah, smacking the shit out of her baby's back.
That's
Like
crazy.
you could just hear
That
the you
girl's
could just
over
hear the
now.
thump.
Boy.
You could hear the thump, like the thumping, boom, 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 just on the baby's back. And this is a
Oh
newborn.
my
This
god.
is a
It's a
newborn.
new.
It's a newborn.
That's, yeah.
Oh
It's a
my
newborn.
God. She has to go in prison.
That's
She
not
has to go
right.
to jail.
That doesn't
Over
sound like you're loving on
and
that
out.
baby, does it?
No.
That doesn't sound
That
like
doesn't
she
sound
is
like
it
no
at
love and
all.
no baby.
And
She
all
should
because
not
of
be
an
on
app.
TikTok. She should
Yep.
be spending time with her baby.
Sounds
being
like
a
the baby
mother.
annoys her.
Oh
The
my
baby annoys her.
gosh.
Yeah.
She
Yep.
has no right to be a mother. None of these women have the right to call themselves a mothers the way they act. You guys are a bunch of sorry ass fucking bitches. And I said it. Me, Monica, and Jose said it.
And I said what I said too. That don't sound like there's love from there, right there. If you're gonna be thumping on a baby like that, nope.
Yeah, and I said what I said. You girl, get off TikTok. Go enjoy your baby. Like, be a mom. So I mean, like, I don't understand what you get out of this. Like, go be a mother to your baby. I know when I had my kids, I embraced it. I loved that, to be a mom and enjoy my newborn. Be a mom. You don't need to be on this and harassing people. Like, come on.
Hey, some
I have
people
my
tease men more than they love their biz. Okay.
and I have my granddaughter. I haven't been on anything because I have my granddaughter. Yeah, I'm on it now because she's sleeping. But I cherish my time with my granddaughter. She's my fucking world, Like, these women are...
So yeah, this ends with, a disclaimer about the legal issues here. And so in the comments here, we've got Apache Warrior saying, what the heck? And yes, so what we were just watching, if you weren't aware of, was basically what we believe could be a panel of women basically kind of saying they would, threatening to call CPS, or saying that Chingasz, also known as Fuck Around and Find Out, needs to be in jail or some shit, and literally because they thought that she burped her baby too hard or something. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know what they're thinking saying this. Like, I don't know why people would say these things. I feel like it's extremely negative. Like, there's just, I understand not liking somebody, you don't have to like people, is not what I'm saying. Like, fuck it, even if someone's my friend doesn't mean it have to be your friend. Like, talk shit, be like, oh, this person's a bitch all day, but this is a whole nother level that I just don't agree with, like, it's, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, there's just a difference between expressing your opinion versus trying to actually harm somebody, particularly just because you don't like them. That feels like it's with malice, in my opinion. But yeah. And then basically what we have next also is got a couple of live stream clips from when KB joined the live stream last night. And so what we're going to be watching now is a little bit of that. And honestly, I don't know, it's a lot to see, but yeah, I'm just gonna hit play and interject potentially maybe, or maybe just let a lot of it play. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see what happens. But so part one of all of this though is the live stream I did last night. So if you haven't seen all of that, that is relevant as to what happened before this conversation. But this is a continuation of that conversation. You'll see a couple of things when we're watching these videos. First of all, you're going to see my phone glitching. If you'll notice, there's a little bit of like part of the screen is black right where KB is. I had dropped my phone. And then now my phone, like the sensor on it is messed up and it keeps thinking I'm pressing buttons when I'm not. So I'll be holding it and you'll see my phone be doing things the whole time. It can, every now and then it just won't do it and I'll be able to get a text out or something. But sometimes it does that to where I can't even respond to people for a bit. I'm like, well, I don't know, I try. But you'll see that, and it also at a few points takes me out of the live and I have to go back in. You'll see that too. But yeah, it's just my phone glitching out. I'm working on getting a new one. And yeah, all right. We're going to just let that play for a bit, and yeah.
To you guys argue on a panel about the same stuff a few months back, and you were specifically yelling at somebody saying, I'm a mandated reporter, I'm required by law to report this. So,
I think I remember that live. Yeah, I think I was arguing with Billie Jean, whatever her name is, and she was saying that her nephew works in the medical field, and that people don't have to report. And I said, not to report is not doing your job. You'll actually get in trouble. But at the same time, it's not like all these medical and police officers go around reporting shit either. So if you keep saying that I did that, you need to show some proof. Okay?
I mean, I'm not sure you were on, and that you said you were a mandated reporter, and that's why I laughed.
Right, because everybody is one, and you're correct. Exactly. That's what we tell the public. Everybody is a mandated reporter. It's your job. So anybody on that panel could have done that. 3 were volunteered. Anybody on that panel, everybody on that panel is saying that Helen should be long in jail and prison.
I don't think 3-Ware is denying that she said that.
Oh, okay. I think you're right. We all said that. But it sounds like everybody was talking shit up on that panel.
Again, but how would you know? How would you guys...
So, in the comments here, we got Exposure saying, oh my god, it's a recording inside of a recording. And mind you, last night, Exposure, I don't know if you were still here for this, but the last hour last night, I was in the live stream where Midwest was still watching my live stream. So it was me in the panel watching me in the panel. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much. My person was making fun of me. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, we're here now. Anyway, it's there. It's there.
Yeah, I gave you the respect.
My ex.
Let's not talk over each other,
Like I told you, dude. I heard it through a live.
No, you guys didn't. You guys recorded that phone call.
She heard something through a live. I heard it through a live, dude. The fuck? Now, I could be wrong. The person out there was lying. I'm not sure. I'm just telling you what I heard on a live, Talika.
Okay, but still, if you're hearing things on a live, then why would you go, if you don't know it's true, then why would you go and spread that around?
Spread what?
Like, if you're hearing things about people on a live, why would you run with that information if you don't know it's true?
I didn't, hon. I didn't run around telling people. I came to this live and they asked me a question. And so I answered the question. She asked me, where did I hear that? If I'm not involved in this so-called phone call that I made, why do I know that? And so I said to her, I heard it on a live. I don't go around. I have not gone anywhere spreading that. Hon, I have not gone around spreading that. I was asked in this live and I answered her question.
You started with that when you came in.
Okay, for clarification purposes, she was on that live when they was saying that they was gonna call CPS on me and everything else. She was maybe like the second or the third person down. No, it's not live. Deaf Child, play that video. Everybody's seen you on the panel.
Everybody was saying that.
Everybody heard you commenting in that video as well.
People in that live as well.
But
there
she
was
called.
people in that live.
She called CPS over some
I'm not the only medical person. I'm not the only. Abuela is not the only retired police officer. There's 50 people in that live. Everybody on that live was saying CPS should call on you. Everybody on that live was saying you should be booked and in prison or jail.
Okay, but again.
So here, right here, KB is saying everybody was saying CPS should be called on you. So she's admitting that she would be saying that CPS should be called, while she also denies calling CPS. And that's where a lot of people are calling her out. Allegedly, people, the people who CPS was called on are saying that it was confirmed to be KB. If that is true, that is, I think, why they are continuing to do the call out. But yeah, that just kind of, and then, Exposure said he fell asleep after he uploaded the clip, and I just remembered that he did upload that clip, right? So then, therefore, he did probably see the live stream while it was streaming, huh? All right, yeah, okay. Anyway, okay, let's get back to this.
Again, you said you didn't know any of this stuff until you heard it on a TikTok panel, so you didn't directly see it yourself of anybody doing anything to their children, correct?
I did not, no, and that doesn't go. And that doesn't go for like a medical police officer. You have to have a lot of evidence.
And then now you're saying that people should call CPS on an allegation.
I'm saying, I didn't say that. I said it's everybody's job. It's mandated. You said that, and I agreed with you.
Then why? Okay, so Fallen Star is right. You were threatening people, and you told mamas you better be careful. You don't want to end up like Helen.
If somebody's abusing a child, for example, or an elderly person, it's everybody's mandated to do something about it.
No, technically speaking, again, if you took that mandated reporter training, you would know, right? Anybody within the medical professional field, educators, firefighters, police officers, etc., right? You would understand that in that specific training, if you fail to report allegations of abuse or neglect or etc., you're looking at fines and up to 1 year imprisonment, right? If you report an allegation with no foundation, meaning you are not privy to that information, you were not first person to that information, meaning you did not witness or hear it, right? You are reporting under false pretenses, meaning that if you're doing it willfully, intentionally, and under malicious intent, that is also a crime. That is a felony, and that is two or more years imprisonment, plus additional fines and restitution to the victims of which you committed those crimes, right? Any other person...
You know so much about the mandated training.
I do, because I'm a social worker.
Then you would know that there's no way I would have called, because I have not witnessed or seen...
There is. Also, just like how I know you lied earlier and said that when you make a report, that's it. That's not true. CPS always follows back with the person who made the report.
I have kept saying that somebody in the medical field, old police officer, firefighter, educator, they have to have so much proof. They have to actually have seen it.
But you didn't see it, and you still reported it.
On a skin, an assessment inspection, we literally have to see it.
You didn't see anything on anybody, and you still reported on it.
I have not seen anything on you.
Okay, so regardless, if you didn't see anything, but you're still on a panel with other people saying, yes, well, people should call on her, but you don't have any evidence, then you are still encouraging people to make a false report on somebody.
We teach the public that everybody's a mandated reporter. Just because somebody says something is not 100% correct. If they feel like that's what's going on, they have the right to exercise that.
More than a feeling.
Excuse me, I'm answering your question. They have the right. I thought you were done.
No.
Okay.
But you guys took it again from that panel and said, oh, well, so-and-so said this, this, and this, so everybody should just call on her.
You're getting confused. We educate the public that it's everybody's job to if they have seen
I'm
something.
I'm not talking about
That doesn't mean it's
I'm
true.
talking about on
correct?
that panel.
That doesn't mean it's true, but like how Telika so nicely explained to you the training.
I know what
that they are. They are held accountable if it's a false.
You don't have to explain anything to me.
Well, I'm saying it. Well, you weren't listening then, hon. Because she's.
All right, I'm gonna interject real quick.
It's a false accusation.
It's not. Kiki's right, because how would you know
educate
in
the
that
public? Can I
screenshot
finish?
that the caseworker knew?
Public, it is everybody's a mandated reporter, okay? But you have to have this evidence. If you have not seen it as a professional person, you why are you fucking calling? You have to.
But still, what I'm saying is,
just the public calling.
On a panel.
If it's just the public
you guys
calling,
were on a panel.
And if it's not true and you're doing a false accusation, it is against the law to fall against the law.
And they should do all of this. You are telling people. You told 50 people in that live, encouraging them to call. You
because if they feel it's a man,
may not have done it directly. Yes, they're basing their feelings off something you said. They're basing their feelings off something you said.
On something I said? My God, am I a fucking goddess or some shit?
Well,
that's just my opinion. That is just my training. That's what we are training.
Her baby in her back. That's what you're telling people. You beat her. You said
everybody was saying that.
Well, and then again, you're on a panel telling people that.
Are you okay?
You should be called. Bitch, do you?
No, we are not doing that, KB.
Am I a goddess or something that whatever I said goes? No, nobody up on the panel knows who I am.
KB, hear me out, KB.
Everybody else,
KB, come on.
I cannot finish a single
KB, how are you gonna cut me off? And why do I gotta talk over you?
I cannot finish a single.
You can't even stop cutting people off. She just made a statement. You go into derogative remarks. That's not acceptable.
No, I did that, Midwest.
No, you're fine. No, she asked if you had a brain, and you called her a new word. So, no, I listened very clearly, Kiki. You're fine. Come on, you guys are grown women, period. Especially you, KB. You should be a little bit more well-versed than this.
Midwest.
Well, the whole panel's attacking me. And
nobody is attacking you. Nobody is attacking you. Nobody is attacking you.
Can I finish what I was going to say? Can I finish what I was going to say? Because what she's doing is going around in a circle. I am not a goddess. I don't have my word is not over everybody. There was like,
correct word is succubus.
There was like 6 people up there. There's people on the panel. She's saying, but you're encouraging everybody. Okay. So is everybody else. So what's everybody else?
Yes, and I'm not
saying that anybody was right for that. But initially, you came in here saying that you were laughing because I said that I was a mandated reporter. When you were saying it's everybody's job. It's everybody's job, right? So how is that on me too?
How would you know if there was a follow-up and in the screenshot I'm showing right there shows that you
wouldn't know.
Give her the big screen.
I wouldn't know. They don't follow.
But you spoke to a caseworker and you admitted to it.
I would not know, Talika. I would not know. They don't call me back.
Alright, now I'm gonna give y'all the bigger screen. 2 seconds. Let me shift the map, the diagram. Oh shit.
But I'm gonna give you an example. If I sit up here and I tell everybody in this live right now, hey, so and so, I'll use you as an example. Hey, KB did this to me, and you know what? She should lose her nursing license or whatever. Do you think that somebody's not going to take that in their own feelings? Just like you said, they're going to take it in their own feelings and decide to call? And then you lose your nursing license?
Kiki, that's what they have been saying on me. That's what Talika and Mama said.
Well, that's the same thing.
You're not understanding because you're not in the military. You're not a police officer. You're not a firefighter. You've never been in the military. You do not understand. Okay, then you would understand what's taking you so hard to understand.
Can you stop talking down to her like she's slow and doesn't understand what the fuck is going on? That's like mad disrespectful. Dude, you keep beating around the bush, but clearly right here on the screenshot shows that there's follow-up with the caseworker, right? And even if it files an allegation, they always call back and say, hey, can we get additional information?
What you admitted to it is if I
why everybody on the panel said it.
Well, if I go on this panel and
I gotta drop you. Cammy wants to come up quick.
if I convince everybody on this
All right,
panel
go
to
ahead.
say,
How are you convincing? No one knows who I am.
should lose her license on whatever.
Right, they will call, and you're
Yes.
welcome to call, okay?
Yes.
You're welcome to call.
Is
You're
that
welcome
right
to
though?
call.
Is that right though? No, it's not right.
No, but if you, no, of
And
course
you're
not.
and everybody
But
is
listen,
basing
hi,
that off of a
Kiki,
feeling.
if you feel that's how
Is
you
the
feel,
interrupter
you as the
interrupting
public,
again?
Yeah, can y'all please take turns? Honestly, especially KB,
Yes.
I need you to take
If
turns.
I feel like somebody has pissed in my post-toasties, I can be mad about it. But again, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, they deserve to lose their kids, they deserve to lose their livelihood, because I'm not that much of an ass person to actually, honestly, like I said, it's just TikTok. I don't care that much. You guys work overtime more than you do at your own jobs on TikTok at working on reporting people like you guys are home monitors, or it's just clear some of you guys peaked in high school.
does Helen deserve to be in prison?
I don't know.
I'm not a
I don't know
criminal.
what happened.
Okay, so yet people on that panel were saying that she deserved to be there.
You said it too.
No, I did not. I never.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so
So that makes
Why?
them the judge and the jury.
no. Why are they not addressing? Why, Kiki, since you came in here, why are you not saying that everybody on that panel said the same thing?
Well, I've already addressed three words, and she's already said, I said what I said. They've already clearly had a conversation about it.
There was other people other than, I don't even know if Taylor was on that panel.
I'm not denying that there were other people there. Clearly, we can see how many people were in there.
Okay, so why aren't you addressing those people?
Are they here?
Because KB,
Are they
Three
here?
Ware may have talked her shit. It
Okay,
is
we're
what
not
it
talking
is,
about Three
but
Ware.
at the end of the day,
I don't even
she
think
didn't do
was
what
even
you
Three
did
Ware up on that
by
panel?
calling CPS on multiple different people. She didn't do what you did and endangered the livelihood of indigenous children. Do you understand the severity of calling
shut
CPS
up.
on
No, I
people?
don't.
Do you understand how many kids are lost to the system? How many kids disappear? How many kids are found unalived that never come back to their parents? I don't think that you understand that, but it's so easy for you to pick up a phone and harass people and intimidate people and everything else.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand that.
You know what? Can I be in it at
Tammy was
Midwest
supporting
without
somebody.
KB? See,
Tammy
I
was
don't know
supporting
why I
somebody.
came up because she's not going to let me talk. Thank you.
On a woman.
I'm not going to take.
Woman.
Oh my God.
She's not even in this.
I guess I just won't talk. I
Okay.
am indigenous, bitch. Grammy Bear's
And
doing my
some-
genealogy right now. I'm Mexican.
Go
and
one
I
at a
am
time.
Native.
Let one person
And
talk.
I-
Hey, Cammy, Cammy,
And I'm trying. Okay.
Cammy.
You guys are not letting me finish.
Time out. Both of
You
y'all,
guys are not
Cammy.
letting me finish.
I got you, KB. I got you, KB. Kiki just went. You know, we're gonna let you go, then we'll let Cammy go. Cammy, welcome up. I just welcomed you up here. Thank you for coming up. Please try to refrain from derogative remark and insult, and also profanity, much as possible. I've got bananas too many times for this. We're trying to do it right. I'm a grown man. You guys are grown women. We should know how to conduct ourselves outside of acting like children. So please, let's take turns. We'll let KB get the mic back, and Cammy, I got you.
Okay, so what I was saying was Kiki came up saying that she was laughing because maybe she thought I was like, I don't know. She said she was laughing because she heard me say that I was a mandated reporter. When everybody is a mandated reporter, that's true. It's kind of different from a police officer, firefighter, educator, how you mandate shit, okay? So she's singling me out saying, you're encouraging everybody. Well, I'm not the goddess of gods, okay? There's other people up on that panel she still has not addressed, or any of you, why you're not addressing everybody else up there that we're even throwing people in jail out there. Well, you can go find them. They can come in here. You can invite them, okay? Obviously, they're hiding for a reason. I'm the only one who confronts you guys, okay? I have no intention. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Now, Cammy harasses me, okay? Now, Cammy actually supported, and she supported somebody that was threatening to call CPS on an indigenous woman. This woman is not even on TikTok. She's innocent as hell. And they were harassing her in that manner.
Again, how is your intention not to hurt people, but you called CPS on me and my 4 children? You called CPS on Carmen and her newborn.
You have to prove everything.
Right?
If you're
You
gonna
called CPS on other people.
do defamation of
You've
character,
already admitted it.
if you're gonna be calling,
You already admitted it. The same way that you
call
harass
me,
somebody
they
else
should
on
call.
TikTok.
If you're telling people that they should call,
KB, there's
and
police
because I'm
reports.
being horrible
KB, there's
person,
police reports.
and you call my job with a
Can y'all
false
let Cammy
accusation.
talk now?
Okay, now it's
Can
Cammy's
y'all
turn.
let Cammy
Y'all
talk
can
now?
y'all
wait,
please
now
let
it's Cammy's
Cammy
turn.
talk now?
Now it's
Cammy's
I'm trying to talk for a
No,
minute.
Cammy,
Y'all
can I say
please
what?
let Cammy talk.
Brandy,
It's
can I say?
Cammy's turn.
Brandy, can I say
It's
something?
Cammy's turn.
No, she
You
addressed
gotta
me,
know what
and
you're
I
gonna
addressed
say.
it back.
It's Cammy's turn.
Come on, y'all. I know, Cammy, you're the star of the night. It's okay. Let everybody get their turn.
Go ahead, Cammy.
Brandy,
Thank you.
Talika addressed
And I'll
me.
be. Oh my God.
And then I just want to reply to her.
Baby,
God.
it's Cammy's turn. Please and thank you.
I don't really know what's going on here, but I'll say this much, okay? This woman, she lies on men and women. She calls CPS on women. What she was talking about right now, Woken already told her about 2 weeks ago. She lied and said something about me or some of my friends tried to call CPS on Woken's wife. That's not true. We're not the one that made that comment. Woken was on the panel with me, and I asked Woken on the panel, did I call CPS on your wife and you? He said no. He's already told her this. This woman lies all the time. Look, I don't care for Don Chewy, but she had Don Chewy's son on the background. I think his son is sick. It was terrible. We did the right thing. We were on Priscilla's panel. This was like 8 months ago, and we all told KB that was wrong. She also said that her ex is with FBI. She said that's how she gets all this information. You know, it's just always lies with this woman, you know, lies after lies. She, last week on the panel with
So, in the chat here, we got Exposure saying that calling CPS on people is extremely low thing to do, extremely disrespectful thing to do. I agree, and I think it really does need to be reserved. Like, when Ruby Frank was abusing those kids, like, everybody I know was calling it out based on the post online, because the post online actually did indicate that. And a lot of that was actual evidence used in court. It wasn't people just making shit up. It wasn't people exaggerating. It wasn't people making something out of nothing. Like, she actually documented some of that shit. It was real fucked up. And posted it, you know? So sometimes it's just like, yeah, like every now and then there are cases where it actually is called for. That actually is just like, you know, yeah, like people doing that can help. But overall, like, just because you're having arguments with someone, I highly disagree with that. You know what I mean? Like, you would need to have an actual reason, actual evidence, you know? Yeah, Jay said it's a super colonizer of them in the live chat over here. I don't know why, but for some reason, like, the link URL thing or whatever for my chat, it will only show, like, the top chat for whatever reason. It won't let me switch to the live chat here. I haven't figured that out, if it's possible. But we'll see if I can figure that out one day. Because it should be the live chat, but instead, like, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, sometimes not all the comments will show up on my screen that are actually in the chat. But whatever, I see it. So yeah. And then y'all also notice me in this live stream, like, I have the form of neurodivergent where if you sit still too long, you start shaking your leg and shit. Like, at this point, I had been sitting still over, you know, the 5-hour live stream I did previously, and then trying to record this. It was just sitting down too long. Like, I just started shaking my leg. Like, I'm that type of person. So that's why the phone's so shaky. My bad. It is what it is. Let's get back to it. Let's bang this out. We only got a few more minutes left of this, and then we'll do more commentary. I just want to get through this because it's a lot.
Florette told all of us that KB was threatening to go in my Facebook and look at my son and stalk him. Don't start, KB. I'm not done, and I'm being respectful. But when I first met her, she's just a liar. She told everybody, I've never even been to New Orleans. She's told everybody that I was stripping for beads. She told everybody, I'm 59 years old. I'm a prostitute. I'm a stripper. For a while, underneath her profile name, she had AKA Elizabeth Arcos, stripper from Houston. This is why I don't respect this lady. She calls CPS on innocent women all the time. It's not right. She lies on men and women all the time. It's not right. She's lying right now about Tilica. She's lied on Native Mamas. She's lied,
Okay, yeah, I forgot that I was signing, so for part of this. I think the first thing a while ago that I had signed was I had said, fuck, what did I say? Shit. Okay, I forgot. Hold on. It was at the top of my hand. Oh, yeah. Okay, when KB was talking about, like, why weren't they calling out, other people involved with, like, everything, I was saying that they're not here. So I signed that earlier. And here, they're talking about New Orleans, and I said, I've been living in New Orleans. You know, I'm from New Orleans. Well, technically, I just moved. Is also what I had signed there, too. But let's see here. So, Exposure says, okay, on my page, I really wanted to address KB on something related to Mono, but I do not have a voice on TikTok. Well, Exposure, I think you should address it, you know, and if it's okay with you, I'll fucking cover that shit too, because that's relevant to everything. But it's up to you for what you feel. I think everything happens at different times for a reason, you know, like, and it all leads up to where we are now. Apache said, what is wrong with her? That, you know, I don't understand her mindset, so that is not something I could feel like I could really speak to properly, you know? Like, I don't know. Yeah. I kind of want to troubleshoot the comment issue. I might do that, try to remember to do that towards the end of this live stream if I have time. But anyway, yeah. Fuck. Was I signing anything else and I didn't notice? I don't know. If I was signing something else, my bad. I didn't pay attention just now. But well, if I notice I'm signing again, I'll try to stop and tell you what I said.
on all of us, you know, and men too, and I'm tired of it. But worst of all, it's the children. They don't deserve to suffer. And these good mothers, it's not right what she's doing. Not right at all. And I'm not going to sit here and bash her. I just think it's sad that she constantly has to lie on us, the men and women. And she knows she's lying. And she has told everybody also that I sent all these nudes around Pillon had to come to Jocko's panel and tell her that she lied. He also told her, none of the rest of it even matters. I just want to say this woman lies all the time on men and women. And it's sad what she...
So, right here we have exposure saying that a receipt says about KB that Mono and Leonard Garcia were going to adopt a 7-year-old, and I want to know why she didn't call the police right there. Yeah, that I don't understand. Like, for example, anybody that has seen this comment, you know, we don't have enough evidence. This is hearsay for us right now. So, which is why anybody who has seen this comment at this point, we can't just call the police about this, right? Because we won't be taken seriously. We aren't actual witnesses. It's just hearsay. It's just a rumor. We don't have the evidence. But if KB did have actual evidence, then that should be something she goes to the police with. And it is very much worth questioning why she would not. Particularly when she's always asking everybody, why won't they go to the police? That's interesting, you know. Yeah. I wonder why Jay's last comment didn't pop up here on my screen. Whatever. We're here now.
She's doing to these innocent children. They don't deserve to be separated from their parents because she has issues. That's really all I have to say. Thank you for letting me speak, and I think I kept it respectful. I appreciate you, Midwest.
Yami, thank you very much.
Yami.
You're welcome.
Anybody want to circulate the next question? We got Fuck Around and Find Out in the house. Three Wear Customs is in the house. Deaf Child is in the house. Kiki is in the house. Salish is in the house. Brady YP is in the house.
There's a question in the comments. I'm gonna answer that real quick. How can they be separated with the allegations as false? Because I have an active OP from 2024 against my ex. There's a no stalking and harassment order attached to that specific case. These sick fucks went out and reached out to him, right, and got buddy with him and everything.
So here we've got Mixed Native saying, you sent me that. Oh, you changed your name, Apache Warrior. Now you're Mixed Native, I think. Are you the same? I'm not sure. I don't know what I sent you. But yeah, okay, sorry.
Everything else, and they're the ones that are doing the stalking and harassment on his part. There's a whole bunch of other shit that gets deeper, but unfortunately, due to the court case that's going on, I can't really say too much about it besides the stuff that these assholes already snitched on. There's a phone call on my other page where Manny admits that these guys were all in a conference call with my ex on Snapchat. They went around, stalked my family, got a video of my 11-year-old saved onto their phones that they shared on Snapchat, went off and looked for pictures of my other kids amongst other people's kids, and did a whole bunch of other fucked up shit. Which, again, they all pointed the finger at each other. There's receipts of them talking about it themselves, saying what they did in their parts to it, and there's also other video recordings of them snitching on each other.
Here I was signing that I have to go talk to someone. Yeah, and I think I basically end it here.
What I'm gonna say is this.
Yeah, so that's the end of this one. So this is the first clip I have here. And then we also have another clip, and I'm going to go ahead and play that, and that would be the second clip from this live stream coming up next. And it's not immediately after here, it's a time after that, and it's not that long because my phone ends up dying on me, basically. But yeah, I record what I can. Oh, Exposure says that he did admit, I've had somebody tell me there's a recording of Leonard admitting to this. Okay. Oh, okay. Mixed Native was talking to Exposure, I'm assuming. Okay.
To you guys argue on a panel about this.
Oh wait, I just accidentally played the same thing. Okay, now we're playing the next thing. My bad. What? Bullshit. Let me refresh that.
That was said about Woken, like as suggesting someone to call CPS. She put in the comments, her boyfriend works with FBI, and he's the one that helped her file some charges on Mono and Abuela with CPS. So she uses.
Oh yeah, I think here I signed that my phone's about to die. But yeah, they're basically talking about the CPS thing again, I think.
This guy with the FBI, and he could lose his job. So she needs to quit opening her big mouth and saying things like that. But this woman is awful.
Oh, and the FBI thing is, apparently KB claims she was with somebody in the FBI or some shit. I don't fucking know.
Or strictly just calling CPS on innocent women. And I'm going to go ahead and drop, because I can't stay on this panel with her. All she does is lie. And I appreciate y'all for letting me talk. Thank y'all.
Have a good
Midwest. I'm going to drop the comments.
Now, Three-Wear, it's your
Coming
turn.
up, family. Feel free to come back up if you need. Thank you, guys. And KB, please let Three-Wear get whatever she needs out, and we'll get right back at you. That way everything proper.
Okay, so I was scrolling through some comments here. Let me pull those up real quick. So the comments that I was pulling up basically were saying, like, so people were kind of calling her out because right before I was able to start recording, and I basically ran and started recording as soon as I could when these comments started happening. But basically people were like, is she crying? Because her voice was sounding real shaky for a lot of what she was saying. And the thing is, she was becoming on, like, kind of yelling at people to shut up and calling them fucking idiots and things like that, and then calling them hun, and then basically saying that everybody was harassing her and all. And at a certain point, after a bunch of back and forth, it did kind of get to a point where people were like, well, fuck you, you ugly bitch, kind of, you know what I'm saying? But before that, it wasn't like that. It was literally people being like, this is what you did, this is why we don't like you, like, you're not owning up to the shit you did. And it was her basically kind of like partly admitting to certain things while also gaslighting and denying what she did as well, in my opinion, if she did do that, you know, based on everything that came out. Right. So it was kind of like a line of back and forth, very similar, in my opinion, to what had happened with when Isla and I were showing her the evidence that she was in the group chat, and she kept being like, "But where am I?" And we're like, "You're right here." But then after that, she starts crying. She's like, "Everybody's just harassing me." Well, we don't know for sure she was crying because she's not cammed up, but a bunch of people thought she was crying. So here we see one person be like, "Is she crying?" And then here we have somebody else here says, or it's the same person that says, so you're gonna start crying so people feel bad now. No, I don't think so. And another person said, "KB crying ass, nah, gangster." And then somebody else said, she always sounds like that, because she did have throat surgery, if I'm not mistaken. And Melly said, so she was being some pick-me for male attention, and that's why she did it. But yeah. And fuck around and find out. And she was trying to basically say it was a prank, and fuck around and find out said reaching out to a person who caused DV is not a prank. And I agree with that. And I don't know why, but Gigi was saying something like, "Oh, you're a gang leader" or something. I don't know. I don't know about that kind of sentiment, but I'm just gonna get how to process fully how to articulate that right there. But I don't know if that's. But anyway, so the same person who thought she was crying was basically like, "Why don't you take some accountability for your actions, KB?" And Aunt Coco has said that she had a throat surgery or something, but she does cry wolf a lot. I don't want to butcher that pronunciation. And then I think this is Moni saying, "I have the receipts of me going against them and you defending them, KB." So yeah. And then Juji was like, "Is she crying?" And the same person was like, "Why is she crying? Because she's guilty. That's why." So a lot of people, like a few people in here, did think that she sounded like she was crying, if I'm not mistaken. And so she kept saying that she had a recording, that she had evidence. So people are telling her, "Show us that evidence, play it," you know, and she never did. And yeah, so people are like, "Show it, KB, show us the receipts." But she refused to show any evidence for anything she was saying. And so yeah, someone else says, so she's gonna cry white woman tears, so she can keep deflecting instead of making what she did right. I'm assuming she meant taking accountability here, but it got cut off because, you know, character limitations. But it says taking account, and I'm assuming she meant accountability. And then Nomas had said, "Stop with the white woman tears." I'm assuming he meant tears, but it says years technically. And play the evidence. So people are like, play the call, play the evidence, because she kept saying that she had evidence and recording of a call, but she refused to play it. I clicked away. I don't know where the fuck that was. And so we're back here with the person saying, "KB, don't cry, gangster." Is that the same one we already watched? Oh, no, I think this is a different one. And then they're saying, "She's crying, guys, please coddle her." She was also being called out for lying, apparently. But yeah, and when it comes to her claiming that people are harassing her, you know, she's the one who comes into other people's live streams and then kind of says that. Oh, and then Moni. So yesterday in one of the videos we had watched from Exposure, this live stream screenshot had come up, and Moni put that up again for us. And so yeah, I'm gonna answer that in just a second. But Moni had put that up again for us. But this is a message, I believe, between KB Do You Love Me and Moni. And it says from KB, "Nothing has happened to me. What the fuck? Sorry you all lie. Sorry you all behave this way. Sorry those men see you as clowns. Sorry you all about to get a real taste of their medicine as men." And Moni said, "KB, how would we know that he posted a partial naked photo of you if you didn't tell us?" And KB said, "Because actually they have been holding back and they really treated you how you all behave. They are about to, though, with you. That's crazy made up story." And Moni said, "How we know you were scared he was gonna expose the needs you sent him if you didn't say that." And then KB said, "Sick bitches using a little girl's story to bring down some motherfucker, sick bitches, trying to turn it around. Yes, those men have been holding back actually, but they won't no more. And then Moni said, are you threatening us on behalf of them? How would you know? So yeah. So that's a lot. And so I'm wondering, where they're talking about the little girl, was this happening around the same time frame as the Tiana Don Truly live stream coming out? Like, I wonder when the time frame was for this. This is interesting though. I'll have to process this more. But yeah, that also came out last night. Yeah. Oh, and at this point, whenever I had come in and accidentally, I think it requested up for me or whatever, but at this point, my phone was glitching out, so that was an accident, but yeah. And then Moni put another screenshot on the screen here, and it's apparently a message between KB and I believe Moni, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's Moni that says, sorry, no one wants to put a baby in you, KB, not even Mono. And KB said, it ain't that cute, then maybe I'm with Mono. We both ugly, so why not leave it at that? She said, you mean like you tried to put down native baddies looks? And KB said, you're older than the Last Supper and arguing with younger women on her looks. And Moni said, KB, you look washed. Stop it. And KB said, Porky got on me. I don't give a fuck what the fuck she looks like. It's not even about looks, estupida. And then Moni was saying, I got all these baby daddies, but you're something, I don't know. You know. But yeah. And then my phone's glitching, so that's why that was up. I think that's the same screenshot. Oh, no, this time they were playing a recording, but I couldn't get on all that. I don't even remember what the fuck was in that recording. Does anybody else? Damn. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, in this recording, allegedly, you know what? There was allegations of people asking a certain person to be involved in a threesome, and they didn't, and things turned from there apparently. And that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah. So somebody was being pressured to do things they don't want. I will get some clarification before I expand on that. Yeah. So, another message. This is apparently between KB, Do You Love Me, and somebody else. And in this message, this person is responding to a message from KB that says, would you be interested in women? And their answer was, I'm bi, but I have a boyfriend. Which is interesting because we rewatched a video where I felt like KB was making some very biphobic and queerphobic statements. And I think it's interesting, you know, how there's this like this running stereotype that a lot of people who are extremely homophobic, it's because they hate themselves and they're actually queer. Exposure asked, did he just hear me correctly? Well, I'm not sure. What did you hear? So, was that about the threesome part situation? I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, so then KB, but you know, so previously we did watch that yesterday, one of the KB reactions that we did on the Exposure channel. She had made some biphobic remarks, in my opinion. And she was basically saying that women, or no, she was saying like men who were bi really just wanted to be with men but were scared to be and shit like that, you know? And but here she's saying, I'm bi too. Well, if you break up with your boyfriend, I have a boyfriend too, wanting to see if you wanted to join. And someone says, and the reply was, recruiting me as a unicorn, you're spicy. And Exposure says, yep, that clarifies what I heard. Yep, yeah, you know, no, you heard what you heard. Yep, heard that. Yeah. There's a joke in sign language. And the joke is, I know a lot of jokes in sign language, but no one has ever heard them. Anyway. Do we have more to go through here? Yeah, let's just see the comments here. Okay, so basically they're saying that allegedly Carmen got, so this right here, what you see is the transcript for the captions for what was being said. Oh, Midwest said run that one back. Which one do you want me to, are you talking about the screenshots? Let's go back a few screenshots. We'll run this back. We'll run this back. Alright. Alright. What had happened was, it all started when, Exposure said, this is actually funny. It had all started whenever we got around here. So, right here, you can see the transcript for the comments for the live stream. This right here is my phone transcribing what my phone thinks is being said in the live stream. Ah, Midwest said specifically the unicorn. Okay, well, we'll skip all of the comments. We'll just read this caption and get to the unicorn. So the caption here, it says, what they were saying in the panel, I was not speaking at this time, but I don't remember who was speaking. But somebody was saying that, I think it was Moni speaking, reading, or Moni playing the recording for whoever was speaking. But somebody had asked, somebody were saying that KB was trying to have a threesome with them, and which is why she called CPS on Carmen, because Carmen didn't want to have a threesome, is what was being said in this live stream. What was also being said in the caption in this live stream, and then we're about to go back to the unicorn situation. But what was also being said in this, oh, Jay's showing up again, that's nice, is, so Carmen didn't want to have a threesome, and she was trying to have a threesome with Manny and Carmen, which is what they're accusing KB of. And they're saying that this is Carmen right here, and that Carmen wasn't even thinking, and Carmen was saying, when they started playing her clip, this was Carmen speaking from here, I think, says, I mean, I'm not even thinking about threesomes. I didn't even think about sex for my baby. Through my baby shower. Like, what? Like, they're both fucking odd. Like, they're both sick in the fucking head, man. And I just stopped talking to her. So they had said that. So, yeah. And so then, I don't know who this conversation is with. I don't know if this is with Carmen or if this is with somebody else. But here, the communication was, they were responding, whoever this was, if it was Carmen or if it was someone else, they were responding to a comment. The initial comment said, would you be interested in women? And it seems to be a reply to KB. Let's see if I can make that bigger. And then I think the captioners, extra live captioner is still on. That's my bad. I forgot about that. But yeah, it says, would you be interested in women? Can y'all see this? And then from there, the response was, I'm bi, but I have a boyfriend. And KB responded with a heart and says, I'm bi too. Well, if you break up with your boyfriend, I have a boyfriend too. Wanted to see if you wanted to join. Exposure asked what happened to Midwest Live. Oh shit, did Midwest Live get taken down? That's unfortunate. And yeah. And KB was asking the person that was being messaged to join. KB and her boyfriend, in my opinion. And the person said, oh, recruiting me as a unicorn. You are spicy. Yeah, that was here. To whoever that was with. And I just thought that was quite interesting because we have seen in a previous live stream where, in my opinion, KB, because it's on the Exposure's TikTok, just nobody, we saw where that was revealed, where KB had said some biphobic statements, in my opinion. And Exposure said that he doesn't know what happened. I think he was saying he thinks that Midwest got bananas as well, got banned. That's unfortunate. I bet it was KB. I'm just kidding. Who knows who it was. But yeah. And then right here, let's see. They're basically saying allegations regarding KB, that she grams people, that she gets on here, she tries to get with these men and have threesomes with them, and that Mono and Manny, which is why Carmen got CPS called on her, because she didn't want to have a threesome with her, and because Manny told her that she was old and he wasn't interested in her, and she got really upset and she called CPS on them. And then they were saying KB hates when we talk about how she looks. So yeah. Brandy says that she is sure it was probably KB that got them flagged. That wouldn't surprise me. But yeah. And so that's what kind of came out. And then right here, Naomi said, I'm sorry, Moni, ? Unicorn hunt, I fucking died. So I'm wondering if Moni is the one that said that then. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that may be the case. Like if that was a conversation between Moni and KB, I don't know, but that's wild. But yeah. And then basically they were saying, well, KB's not ugly, so we don't know like why she was doing that. But yeah, I think that's all I got here. Oh, you know what? I think I was trying to get these screenshots, but I can't even tell what the fuck that says, so I can't even. I was trying to read what Fuck Around and Find Out has on the screen here. And I think here I was trying to see what Fuck Around and Find Out has on the screen as well. We think that may be a KB apparently or something. But yeah, so I can't even tell what the fuck is said there, but whatever. In KB, you know, she was upset about people talking about her looks, but basically people were like, we wouldn't have done that if you didn't do it to need a baddie first, so. And, you know, KB is kind of known to do, like, we saw the recording of how she shit-talked Cammy, and I think that live stream is where she may have been queer-phobic or biphobic, in my opinion, potentially, if I'm not mistaken. So now we're going to go back to finishing this one. We still got a bit more left of this to see. Oh, but before we do that, Super J said, KB isn't ugly. She doesn't seem to have a low self-esteem. Her ex must have broken her. I don't know. She did say that, you know, she, didn't she recently say that she was dealing with a breakup at one point, involving all of this drama? I don't know. But I honestly don't understand her logic. I haven't processed that. Like, with certain people, like, no offense, Exposure, I'm going to use you as an example. Like, I think Exposure made a stupid decision trying to fit in with people. You know, and I think that's where Exposure went wrong, right? Like, when I look at Exposure's actions, that's kind of what I see. And I see someone wanting to do better now. With KB, I haven't processed. Like, the closest I can think of is the fact that, people are saying, and there has been some proof that she may have been in a relationship with Mono. I think that kind of explains some of the way she treated me and Isla, but I do not understand fully. I guess she also admitted she calls Manny one of her suitors, so I'm assuming that, like, it has to do with something revolving, like, her feelings with these men, and then she projects that onto everybody else around her. But as to why, I don't know, because you're saying maybe it's an ex-boyfriend. Maybe that is the case, but sometimes, like, for me, I feel like my issues with men and relationships, they're not necessarily, some of them is about the specific person, because fuck them, they suck ass, let's be real. But some of them, it's like, maybe it was about me. Maybe I was the one sucking ass. Well, not literally, I'm not into that. But, and then other times, it could be no one sucked, but more of like, I had so much, maybe we just run into each other, or maybe we have baggage from other situations, you know, that impact our ability to be committed to people, even if there's nothing wrong with them. You know, so sometimes I feel like there's different reasons. Oh, Exposure says, no offense, take it, sweet. And Super J says that he thinks so too, about like, what could the reasoning be behind people's actions. I don't understand why KB would choose to try and get Mono or Manny's attention or call them suitors or things of that nature, you know? I don't understand the way she talks about men generally because she seemed to focus a lot on the monetary value of what they could offer her and less about the relationship value, in my opinion. Um, it felt very transactional, and you'll notice with a lot of transactions, like she came into a Midwest live stream one time and was like, I gave you information, so be nice to me. And everybody was like, what information did you give us? And she was like, I told you a girl died on TikTok. And we were like, that's not information. We already knew about this. This isn't you giving us information. That's just news, you know, like. And she messaged Isla trying to tell Isla I wasn't my age when I am my age. And when Isla sent those messages to me and I published it, she was also telling Isla like, you message your friend my messages, but I was giving you information, you know. And so I feel like she's very transactional. Midwest said he's back on his second page. Exposure Midwest second page is the same as his first, but I think there's like an extra I or an extra S or some shit like that. But it's Midwest, but it's like Midwest. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. But Super J says she has low standards if she's gonna pick a man with no money as a suitor. Ooh. Because you're talking about Manny. She did refer to Manny. Right, that's another thing we were questioning. How did she go from, because in the exposure live stream once, she was talking about how her men have money. So how did she go from that to Manny? And it was interesting. She was degrading Manny's baby mother, the mother of Manny's child, for being with Manny, while also calling Manny her suitor. I thought that was quite fascinating, and that's why I said it reminded me of Akira and Tim and Brenay, because Tim and Brenay did that interview with what's his face? Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? He literally came out of retirement for this. With Dr. Phil, and literally, Tim was in this interview talking about how he never loved Akira, and he was just with Akira for a free place to stay, and Brenay was just like, yep, that's my man. And it was just like, what, you don't think he's doing that? And, ooh, you know, and it was very similar. Like, that's what that reminded me of a lot. But yeah, all right, let's try and finish this. My bad.
Properly circulates. We did get an open spot, so if anyone has questions for KB, feel free to pull up. We do got Kiki in the house. Show Kiki some love. Salish, Brandy, fuck around and find out. Deaf Child, 3 Wears Custom. We even got KB.
No, that's big.
I don't know where I'm at with KB, but yeah, show her a little support, y'all. Oh, she is answering questions. She did come back, y'all.
I just want to say, let's not attack each other. We're trying to resolve the situation, and let's keep it clean. Language, I know I'm a sailor, but if I could make a truck driver blush. If I could find words for TikTok purposes and keep this live going, we all can do it, okay?
Also, I want to throw this out there too, Brandy. Stop interrupting.
Thank you. It makes my eye twitch.
Alright. So I just wanted to ask. So she mentioned Don Chewy. And then she said she was in the live with him. But then comes on here and says all of these name drops with none of them in here. And it's like she's making up scenarios here, but like it's hard to say like what scenario she's gonna make up next. And then using kids as a deflection to get off whatever Kiki and them asked you. Like, it's weird. Like, you're not making sense of anything today. You're not making sense of, like, nothing. And, like, you're over here playing victim. But why did you come in here to accuse everybody here and to have it deflect on you not doing anything?
Okay, so Cammy's the one who dropped the names? Cammy's the one who dropped the girl that they were threatening to call the girlfriend his name, and Cammy's the one who dropped Don Chewy's name. So that's why I addressed them in such a manner. I did not accuse anybody of anything. I said what I heard you say, and I think that was already cleared up, right? That you were just, what did you say? You were, I don't know what you said actually. I think you said
everybody's agenda being their personal.
Okay, so you're speculating a lot with no proof. You keep saying the same thing and not proving that that's what actually happened. So you're doing a lot of speculation.
You're literally here doing.
I did not accuse you. I did not. I just said what I heard.
You did not accuse me.
I heard. Okay, I did not accuse anybody. I just said what I heard you say. Okay. I didn't say you called. I didn't say you called. I actually said I don't know what she did, but she did say that. Now I'm gonna. Okay, so So I thought you hated when people interrupted.
I'm saying what the comments want. They're interrupting. They want the recording.
Of what?
Of your accusation.
My accusation to who, hon?
You got any sources? I will expand your screen, KB, so you can play any recording or audio, whether it's visual or just audio. So feel free. My panel.
I don't need to prove to you guys.
Okay. So I'm just letting you know, my panel, we are all about facts. We are not about
speculation.
Because opinion leads to prejudice.
So what I was citing here was like she kept saying that we needed to prove everything we said, but she literally just said she didn't need to prove anything. So I just signed. She doesn't need to show her proof, but we do. I'm pretty sure that's what I just signed. Midwest is trying to type his username for TikTok for his second page, but he keeps doing a typo. It's MIIDWESST. Midwest with 2 I's and 2 S's. Yeah, we both fucked that up, but we tried. I don't know if you heard the pop, but my toast is not my toast. Fuck. My waffles are ready. I just made some cinnamon waffles. Yeah. Also, Jay said he was with her. Oh, okay, it's not showing up again. Oh no. God damn it. I don't know why. So in the comments on my stream it's showing up, but it won't show up on the top chat, which is unfortunate for me. I don't know why it doesn't like Jay today. But it says he about Brenay, Tim, and Akira. He was saying Tim with Akira just for a roof over his head. Hobosexual alert is what Jay said. And yeah. So let me just y'all know about Tim, Akira, and Brenay, right? So basically, just Google all of that, get into this deep dive. But basically, so Brenay used to be married to Devon, all right? And Tim and Kira used to be married. And then Devon and Tim claimed they were cousins, okay? So, Brenay is a twin. Okay. Brenay's twin is Corinne. Okay, this is relevant. So Brenay dated Tim when they were in high school, and then they broke up. And then after high school, Tim cheated on his wife Akira with Brenay's twin Corinne. And there's allegations. A lot of people believe that one of Corinne's kids is Tim's kid. I don't know if that's true or not, but people say it. And then when it comes to the cousins, Tim and Devon married Brenay. Well, Brenay cheated on Devon with Tim, who was cheating on Akira with not only Brenay, but Brenay's twin Corinne. And then now, so that was a few years ago. Fast forward to now, Brenay and Tim are now married. And they went on a Dr. Phil interview about a week ago. And they literally sat up in there. Oh, Jay said nothing likes me. Aw. We love you over here, Jay. So, yeah, they literally went onto this Dr. Phil show. Y'all gotta Google this. And Tim was literally sitting up there like, yeah, I was only with Akira for the money. Anyway, I'm gonna go get my waffles, and I'm gonna be right back. And we're gonna keep watching what we were watching. Yeah.
Prejudice, regardless of what kind of form of prejudice it is. So we'd rather talk with facts instead of create blanket statements.
Okay, she's just up here spewing a whole bunch of nothing and don't want to provide anything. So have you, okay? So have all of you. Saying that
you can be real quick. Sailors wanted to talk.
Oh, hello. Can I just address? Because that's what you have been doing, speculating and accusing, yet you haven't shown no proof. This is what you're thinking. This is what you're thinking. I'm going to ask you to keep my ex-husband's name out of your mouth. You don't know what he does. You don't know what we do. You don't know any of that, okay? I made a statement that I pretty much heard you say this. Now, you already addressed that, okay? So, to Kiki, that she was saying, why would I stay in a group like that? Well, first of all, to Cammie, that's all she says. Cammie always says, she calls everybody a liar. She puts everybody's business out there, yet she never shows any receipts. That's Cammie. With your fake-ass profile. See what I mean? She's attacking me. She keeps attacking me, my looks, my filters. What is it to you? Okay?
Because it just tells everybody you a whole
No,
lie
it's recorded.
inside and out.
It's dumb to do that, okay? I'm not going to argue with you about what filters, if I use a filter, if I don't use a filter, how the hell do I look? That has no concerns to any of this.
So why would you ask about my boyfriend?
To Kiki, you're saying, why would you support a group that you come in and they put these women, you know, they do it for giggles and laughs, and they support and they do this to women.
So now we got Jay in the comments saying we need Maury Povich or Jerry Springer. Right. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer. He would have loved TikTok. He really would. He would love TikTok. Maury needs to step up his TikTok game. He could really thrive more. I feel with some lie detector test live streams. But yeah. Okay, let's keep going. My bad. I got the little cinnamon waffles here. I don't know what you're snacking on, but let me know if you have a snack, because it's always snack time when I'm around. Okay.
That's the reason I left. And I thought it was cruel for these women to 6 years. They have supported these men with their jokes, right? It's giggles and laughs.
Can we just mute her? Because she's just beating around the bush and saying that she's been waiting for a long time to talk.
This was serious to her.
Yeah, feel free to let Salish, because Salish, go ahead and talk, KB, if you don't mind, because,
No, because I just want, it's going to be 30 seconds. This was serious to her. I'm sorry that you Kiki went through an abuse like that, dude. This is why I'm going to address her, and I'm sorry she did go through that. That is ugly, holy shit. Listen. I did not. That's the reason I left, and I thought it was cruel for these other women who had been supporting these men for 6 years to sit back. They know they're lying. They know that this is going to happen, but yet they support it, right? 6 years supporting this. Okay? So, Kiki, that's the reason I left. The last time I was in this live, I addressed that, and because I DM'd Isla with that information. And Isla was in this live, Midwest Live, and Isla agreed. Yeah, Isla said, I said to Isla, did I not DM you, warning you that this is what these men are going to do? They're lying.
I'm over there signing, oh no, we are not going to bring up Isla now.
They're going to have you go through this roller coaster believing, and I'm actually concerned for you. So I did warn other people. She chose not to believe me. So I was not supporting.
Where's the recording?
Everybody was here. Midwest was here. Isla was here. I just shared the live with jokes. Okay. I said Isla was here. Midwest was here. It was the last live. Deaf Child was here.
I did throw you on the 50-second timer. You asked for 30 seconds.
I have the
guess
DM.
50 seconds. Hey, Salish, did you want to speak for a second? Then we're going to fucking run and find out. Follow behind you.
And then I want Deaf Child as well. She has
Kiki, you guys, I don't have to just speak up as long as there's decorum. I don't care who talks as long as no one's cutting each other off. And KB, you should have the respect to let each person talk. You don't need to dwell your opinion for 10 minutes on each person. This is why they're asking for receipts, because you're dwelling your thoughts. Listen to what each person has to say if you're going to dwell your thoughts, and then dwell your thoughts after. You got Deaf Child in the house. You still got Super J. You got Salish. Brandy hasn't even answered a question. She's been busy helping me moderate.
I reach out to people. If I can, I'm like, look, this is just my opinion. Take it for what it is. If you don't, whatever, that's on you. But I'm just giving you a heads up, like, hey.
With people and all that, I'm an adult. I don't do all that. There's so much freedom and taking ownership of your actions and your words, right? There's such a liberating thing about that. So if you've said something, if you've done something, and you especially know it, the freedom that you attain from that is beyond anything that you could comprehend. Take ownership of that and move on. And then also going back to someone that has threatened you like over and over and over again, to me reminds me of when you were a child and your mom says, don't touch that stove, it's hot, but yet you touch it, right? You kind of keep going back to it. To me, it's just something unfathomable for me. And fuck, there was also another point I wanted to make, but I was waiting a while. But you know what I'm saying? It's not everybody's gonna get along on this app. I know what it is. Going back to the children, right? Like, the children are our next generation, right? Those are our future leaders, our future doctors, our lawyers, right? All those beautiful things. So to bring them into the equation on this is just, it doesn't need to be done. Like, if you don't like somebody, don't go into that person's space. Stay out of that space. It's the reason why we have all of this stuff that's going on over and over and over again. To me, I can't comprehend it. It gives me a damn headache trying to keep up with it. Anyways, yeah.
I'm over there saying that my phone broke on me because I dropped it, but I'm about to get a new one.
I wanted to say what you said about Kiki, dude, you are such a cop out, like such a cop out. Just to use her situation and her even talking about DV, knowing what you know and what you guys did to me, not just to me but the other women, knowing that you sat back there and allowed these men to leak nudes of other women and then belittled those same women, knowing that you sat there and allowed these men to say videos and pictures of people's kids, and then on top of that outed one of the person in that group and said that their husband and their son are PDFs, and then outed that information and plastered it all over TikTok, and then continued to out all the other PDF behavior that these people were doing, and then admitted about that 16-year-old girl and everything else. You're one of those women that we grow up listening and hearing about that like to brush things under the rug and allow abuse and neglect and trauma to continue to cycle through generation through generation through generation. That's what you are. You're not a woman at all. You may have the equipment, but you're not a woman.
Really? Me and you are totally two different people. You're nothing like me, and I've told you many times.
I don't pay women not to file police reports like you do. I encourage women to go ahead, step forward, and have a voice.
Excuse me, I have to dwell my answers, and it takes me a longer time, Midwest, because everybody is asking me questions. So that's why I'm taking a longer time. Okay?
May I ask a question?
So not to take all this time like you just accused me, Midwest, but everybody's asking me a question, so I'm addressing everybody.
Yeah, I know you're in a tough situation. I get it, KB, but right. You also sometimes it's good to hold back things rather than dwell in an opinion for 10 minutes based on what other people are saying. Sometimes it's good to jump to the next person and then go back to what the other people were talking about. Because I'm sure Deaf Child had a few questions. I'm not sure. And I know
Deaf Child had a few questions, so did Super J.
Yeah, but I mean, I went after three-way, how you said, okay? I'm going to say one last thing. Talika, you were doing the same thing. You were in that group doing things for Mono.
No, I didn't, KB. I didn't do what you did.
Mamas.
I
Native
encouraged
Mamas
women to come forward and to file police
Native
reports.
Mamas.
I provided legal resources for them to file their police reports. I didn't threaten women and coerce women. I didn't.
I was saying that they weren't in the same group that I was in, so I didn't know what they were talking about, is what I was signing there.
Intimidate women. I didn't try to pay women off.
Oh, did I hit a nerve?
Let's let KB finish. And then I want 3 Rare to go. And, well, actually, Death Child to go. And then...
So, Talika, you were doing the same things. You were in that group. In Mono, you were doing things for Mono. You were fighting women. You were against women. You were doing the same thing, okay? Doing the same exact thing. Native Mamas was doing the same thing too. At one time, she was doing things for Mono. Because like I said, you come in the group and you're blinded with these things that they make you do. So,
no, I want to know what
the fuck I was doing. Yes, you were. I just invited you. Yes, you were.
Hang on.
You were doing the same thing.
Don't be throwing false accusations on me. I left that group. I left that group.
I left the group too. I left the group too, but you were doing the same thing.
You
were
did
doing things for Mono.
You were over there.
You were fighting with other women.
Drop them both, Midwest, if they're not going to conduct themselves
we
like
need some decorum in here.
Yeah, I hit a nerve because they were accusing women, but they're doing the same thing. They were fighting women.
Okay, I'm going to have Death Child.
I love how Jay's over there just like, order in the court! Order in the court!
Native Mamas, I got you in after Death Child, Native Mamas. Death Child, I want to get to Death Child. She has been patiently waiting as long as Super J.
I was going to say after Super J, because Super J has questions.
So you'll be the third one, Native Mama. So I know you got questions building up, and I know you got things you want to release, but please just sit back and let it build up, and then when it's your turn, please release everything you have. Without derogatory remark, and please refrain from profanity, and that goes for everybody else on the platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Midwest. Just real quick, I don't have a question, just something I want to clarify from my perspective. I know what she was talking about when she's talking about Isla and her warning Isla about people or whatever. So on my YouTube channel, I have to check which stream. I recorded KB coming into Midwest Live, and so in that conversation, that communication was had with Isla in one of those live streams. So it's on my YouTube. I just need to go look at which one and search for the transcript to figure out which one it's in. But yeah, that is on the record. It's there. Oh my god, so Midwest said that Baby Ghost called him Dr. Phil last night, and that is fucking hilarious. But and related to this live stream, I think they're talking about the Wheel of Fortune game live stream. If you watch the Wheel of Fortune one, I think that is the one that will have the one that's relevant, but I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty positive at this point. But yeah. We have different interpretations of that event, because for me it was being mentioned because she was denying she was in the Snapchat group I do have evidence of her in, and because I was in there too and I know I talked to her in it. But so that's how it came up. I felt like she was using that to deflect from that argument in that situation, but it is true that that conversation was had. So yeah, because my opinion, when it came up, like, I felt like KB was basically trying to deny what had happened, you know, and she was basically trying to be like, well, she was acting like she wasn't in the Facebook, and she was acting like she wasn't in the Facebook group that I know she was in. I think it happened in this one. She was acting like she wasn't in the stream that I know she was in, or in the group chat, not the stream. I was thinking about the stream. She was acting like she wasn't in the group chat that I know she was in as it relates to Mono, and then after that she kept saying, well, Isla, I tried to warn Isla about them. I tried to warn Isla about them, but she wouldn't listen to me. And I felt like it was really weird in relation to it, because she was denying it was her in the group while saying that, and I was like, the fuck. Okay, so I think it's right here. So I'm gonna just start it from right here. We're gonna play a couple of minutes of this live stream.
What month?
December 2025, and we just covered the metadata.
No, I'm not asking you.
Yeah, I was about to say it was
asking
either
you,
like
Sla.
late November, December.
It was December, the weekend of December 13th is when the TikTok video came out, and that's when you left. And I have the metadata and the screenshot.
Yeah, I want to say I left 1 week after the TikTok unveiled came out.
So it was after Thanksgiving?
Within the days, 2 days after.
Baby, what the fuck are you doing up here?
I'm asking you a question because if you're going to be talking about people, then you need to make it fair.
I'm not talking about
my
you.
name and
You're talking about yourself up here.
Are you serious? You're playing bingo. What the fuck are you
because it's
talking about?
fucking
You're not
funny.
funny.
And that's when this screenshot was taken.
Does it matter when she left because there was weird teaser videos in there.
Because I was not in that group, dude. That's what I'm trying to say. I was not in that group, okay?
Oh my
After
God,
she left, like,
we're not doing
a
this
whole
again,
month
are we?
passed by. Because you have not explained to
Child,
anybody.
pull the screenshot. Midwest, are you hearing her? She's saying she's not in the group again, and she's in the group.
Oh my God. Okay. So it's like when you were in the group, do you remember sharing the live with me, like to come into the group? You never invited me into that group. You don't remember sharing the live, Mono's live, and I said to you, I have nothing to say to those people. And I don't actually.
yeah,
I was
that's
worried. I was worried for you. Did I not tell you, hey, you should not be in there. They're gonna do this and this and this. Did we have that conversation?
That was when. Yeah, I kind of recall that. That was when you were on the outs with him. Like,
right. So you remember, right?
Yeah.
So this is what KB is referring to whenever she's saying that she warned Isla or whatever. But you see, and I played the few minutes before it. She was literally denying this was her in the group that we see here. And then while she's denying this is her there, she was like telling Isla, don't you remember when I warned you? Basically, you know? And that's the context of which the conversation occurred. And so that's why I was saying what I said. Like, yes, I can verify that that conversation happened, but at the same time, you and I had a very different perspective on how it went down and why, you know? And so, yeah, this is what I was speaking on. And in the comments here, we got Midwest saying, bingo. Are y'all playing bingo? I forgot to make a bingo card for this one, y'all. But you know what? In hindsight, my other bingo cards, some of them could apply, I think. Yeah, fucking, do y'all have those bingo cards up? Are y'all playing bingo? That's fucking hilarious. I should have made a bingo card for this. Whatever, life is hard. We're gonna keep going. Oh, wait. My bad, I'm playing the wrong fucking thing. We're gonna keep playing this. There's only a minute left. Just backing it up there. And just putting that out. Alright, thank you for your time.
Okay, now it's Super J's turn.
Super J.
Hello.
Okay, make sure
I'm awake. I'm not asleep. Wait, what time is it? No, I'm awake.
It's way past my bedtime.
Okay.
You guys are mean.
Okay, that was it. I had signed right there that my phone was about to die. So that was all that we have from there. And the next step, we're going to get into the nobody post. So before we try to wrap up the 2 parts from yesterday that I want to finish, we have some new material from Just Nobody here. So one of that being, he did get a clip from last night's live as well where KB was on the panel, and this is a different clip than what I've shown you before. I didn't watch the whole thing, but from what I could tell from the beginning of it. I think this is a different clip. So we're gonna watch this other additional clip of that live stream. But I'm not entirely sure in terms of the time frame of all of this. When this clip occurred related to the rest, you know, and the time frame of when in that live stream, like did this happen before, in between, or after the 2 clips I showed you? I cannot tell you that. All I can tell you is this is from the same stream. So yeah.
Come to Jocko's panel and tell her that she lied. He also told her, it doesn't even, none of the rest of it even matters. I just want to say this woman lies all the time on men and women. And it's sad what she's doing to these innocent children. They don't deserve to be separated from their parents because she has issues. That's really all I have to say. Thank you for letting me speak, and I think I kept it respectful. I appreciate you,
did,
Midwest.
Tammy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome.
Anybody?
Okay, I'm realizing now I do think actually we did go over this. Maybe I'm not, maybe I can't remember. I think maybe we did see this. This is from when Cammy left off. Wasn't that in the part 1? I don't know. But we're just going to watch it anyway. Fuck it.
You want to circulate the next question? We got Fuck Around and Find Out in the house. 3-Wear Customs is in the house. Deaf Child is in the house. Kiki is in the house.
Oh, you know what? No, we totally did watch this. My bad. I don't know why I thought we didn't. Okay, you know what? I don't think I might play this at the end because it's a better quality version, just to have that on file. I might play this at the end of the stream. But for now, just for the sake of making sure I get through everything I want to get through, I am going to watch some of the other material here. So, besides that, we'll come back and replay this at the end. It automatically started playing. That was off, my bad. So, KB, why am I saying KB? Because KB's on the screen. I meant to say nobody. Nobody posted this screenshot where KB was apparently telling somebody, but I don't know who KB was saying this to. But KB said the words here, Mono and Leonard are planning on abducting an 8-year-old. But yeah, this right here. So that has come out. From this statement alone, this is not enough evidence for any one person to legally do anything that has seen this message. However, if KB had the evidence of that, and if she put that forth, then maybe, you know, something could be done. Like, we would need more evidence than hearsay. But it's very telling as to some of the underlying issues, if any of this is true, you know? And if it's not true, why would you be saying that? Like, it's just a lot. And it's like, why would you say that yet still defend this person so much? You know what I'm saying? It's just wild to me. That went back too far. It keeps kind of doing that. And then next up, I believe this is another live stream. Is this KB? I think this is KB. Let's see. Oh no, this is Jocko. Is this a different situation? I might not get into this right now. Okay, I'm not going to get into this right now. They are apparently attacking native mamas. I don't know what the fuck is happening. For a minute, I thought that was about KB. Alright. Just to make sure I have time in this stream, I might come back and cover some of the rest of this material another time, but I want to make sure I have time in this stream to finish up what I couldn't finish last time. And so now I want to get back to where we had left off last time before KB joined the stream. What we were doing, we were in the middle of watching these 3 streams right here, 1, 2, and 3, where we have Mono in the background with Abuela, and he's got the North Fork, California Mono picture in the background with the missing and murdered indigenous woman handprint over it. These 3 streams is what we had started watching last time. We did watch all of the first clip, and we had started the second clip, but we didn't get to finish it. We only got about a minute in because then KB joined the panel, and we spent the rest of the stream on the KB issue. But now I want to just go back to this, and I want to see if I can bang out and finish these 2 streams real quick. So we're going to pick back off on this second one where we had left off last time, and finish that. And then we'll do the next one after. And then we'll just see how much time is left after that. if we'll look at anything else. That might have to be it, the plan for today. We'll see. Okay. Let's pull this up. It's muted, my bad.
Appreciate you, Abuela, you know. And I mean, we're here. It's just, I just never thought in a million years that people would be so quick to judge and not even have a word with you. As soon as they see me, I'm just like attacked. You know what I mean? I'm just attacked.
And they back off because they're getting pressure from everybody, and all of a sudden, like, they get that pressure. Well, if you talk to them, then we're not going to talk to you. And I think it's a shame that people don't have the balls to stand up and say, I'm going to talk to whoever the fuck I want to talk to. That's what, and you know.
I do find it quite interesting that Mono thinks he's being attacked by me telling him not to talk to teenagers, and that I find the way he speaks and engages with teenagers extremely unethical. He thinks that's an attack, but he does not think it's an attack to dismiss survivors of sexual assault on their sexual assault. I think that's quite telling, particularly while he is using the MMIW handprint and the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Woman movement while invalidating Indigenous women on the factors of what are involved in the Missing and Murdered Indigenous Woman movement. You know, like, I just find it very telling and very hypocritical. Yeah.
And they stand, you know, they make videos where they're so tough, but they don't have the balls to tell people they will stand and talk to whoever they want to. That's what I think is a shame.
And I think it's a shame that Abuela says she's so tough or acts like she's so tough, but she doesn't have the balls to call out fucked up shit like this. But you know what? We are different people entirely.
You know, how I look at what is shameful to me is that they don't even take the time to have a conversation, to be like, hey, or say, hey.
No, I did take the time to try and have a conversation with him, but he removed me from his groups for calling it out because he didn't like what I have to say. What people don't realize is when people do call him in or call him out or try to hold him accountable and have these conversations, he only keeps around people that are an echo chamber. You know what I mean? It's just really interesting to see. And then he claims that everybody's just attacking him and won't talk to him, but he's the one who refused to engage in those conversations to begin with, and then it escalated, in my opinion.
He's never been convicted, or there's no proof, there's no arrest, there's no nothing.
And I also don't understand this concept of, oh, if you're not arrested for something, that means you did nothing wrong. Because a lot of people get arrested all the time who actually did do nothing wrong. And just the law does not equate to morality. You know, a lot of people don't get arrested who do a lot of fucked up things. And the law is literally meant to protect people who abuse the system and not to help survivors, in my opinion. So it's just like, I find this very telling and pretty much weaponization of the system, you know, against people who speak out.
They had beef with you from way back, okay? They had beef with you from way back. They never resolved those issues. And
Exposure says that his phone's at 8%. Totally understand. But he does have proof on a victim of Andrews that's disabled speaking out against him. I think, you know, my opinion is I would personally post it if I did have that evidence. I think that's something that should be put out there, but you do what you feel good with. But yeah, things happen when they need to happen. And here, Abuela's talking about how people had issues with him way back. I feel like when people have a pattern of behavior, then when you continue that pattern of behavior, people will look at the past pattern to say, look, this is what he's continuing to do. I don't think it means people are holding issues from way back over your head, because you'll notice a lot of people, you know, like me or like Chris or others, have called Andrew out before and had words with him before, but then gave him a second chance. right? And so a lot of us, it's not that we were holding anything over his head, but we gave him a second chance. And then whenever he continued to act in a certain way, then we were like, ooh, you know? And whenever we called it out, we did address the past as well. And I think they're not holding him accountable, which is why they see it that way, in my opinion. But yeah, exposure says that the law is meant to protect and serve, but somehow they're more fascist. They serve than they serve and protect. I feel like, yeah, for me the law is just like, if the law was meant to protect and serve, then indigenous treaties would never have been violated to begin with, and we would maintain tribal sovereignty, and the United States wouldn't exist to begin with. I believe under the constructs of America, the law is only a tool used to uphold colonialism, personally.
They're using this right now as payback. That's what I honestly think. This is their revenge as payback from old shit that never got resolved.
But they were smiling, saying that I was their brother a few weeks ago.
Exactly.
I was their brother.
Exactly.
Which is fascinating because Mono, this is what Mono does. He'll call you his sister, and then when you simply say, stop talking to teenagers this way, he then's like, oh, you're attacking me, and he starts dismissing my sexual assault and saying very fucked up things about me. But then he acts like he's the victim because all you did was try to hold him accountable for his actions. And he doesn't see anything wrong with the fucked up things he says, even if you can prove everything you said. You know, I find it's really hypocritical to watch him. I have a hard time watching it without saying nothing, you know? Okay, I'm gonna try to shut up. Hold on.
I was their fucking brother. Like, brother this, brother that. Family. Us natives gotta stick together. And now it's like...
Natives lie, dude. Don't you know?
Huh?
I said natives lie. Don't you know?
I think that's anti-indigenous and is very telling of Abuela. Like, she's got some internalized anti-indigenous issues to work out there. Because what the fuck are you trying to stereotype natives as liars for? That's extremely fucked up, particularly considering we are the ones who were lied to, and that's how we got a lot of our rights stripped from us. So I find that extremely upsetting. And it aligns with who she is, though, because you've seen how she weaponizes missing and murdered indigenous women against people. Like, how she uses Pocahontas as an insult. It's terrible.
I mean, the proof is out there. Haven't you seen the proof? Am I lying? Am I lying? No, I'm gonna get shit for that one. But I mean, people already hating me anyway, so why should I watch my mouth now? People already hate me.
Maybe if you watched your mouth to begin with, people wouldn't fucking hate you, raggedy ass bitch.
For no reason. For no reason. Just because you don't follow in with the sheep. Because you're not a sheep. I mean, that's what it is.
Because she is his sheep, and that's the only reason he keeps her around. He keeps anyone around is if they'll agree to everything he says, or if they coddle him.
I hate Abuela because she's not a sheep. I hate KB because she's not a sheep. I hate Flo because she's not a sheep. It's what they're doing.
You know what? I think I did cover these streams. Did I cover these streams already? I don't know. Or are they just saying the same things over and over again? It could be one or the other. I can't remember. I'm not sure if I covered this all already or if they're just saying the same things over and over. Oops. Sorry if I already covered this, though. I guess we're watching it again if I did cover it.
Yep. We don't fall into that pack mentality. We don't follow the flow. You know, we don't fall in with the pack like a bunch of sheep. They want followers, okay? Whoever's controlling the pack, see, we're not following into their pack. So of course they're going to organize against us. So now you got to find out who are those leaders organizing against us, because those are the people responsible that are controlling the show, that are causing the real damage. So guess what? We've exposed that much, haven't we?
And they're trying to silence me because I never fell in line with these people. I always questioned everything. Everything to the T. This, I questioned it. That, I questioned it. This is why.
They're so dumb, and so they're so ignorant.
You know what's funny is they're the one reporting me for showing screenshots of what they said. So they're the one silencing me for not falling in line with them while they're saying this. I find that quite hypocritical and just par for the course with them.
They're so ignorant they can't see it.
Yeah.
But yet they call themselves so strong and so smart. And they don't realize that they're part of the problem. Or maybe they're the ones getting paid to be part of the chaos.
Abuela likes to say that everybody is getting paid for what we are saying online, what we believe and everything. I don't think she understands how monetization of social media works. Personally.
So as the veils fell in 2025, I had a nice visit with relatives, and they treated me like the redheaded stepchild, and now I know it's time for me to go home and be amongst my own.
So this is hilarious though, because she tries to invalidate my indigeneity, but here she is basically saying she's not claimed. In my opinion, like I don't. So maybe that's why she invalidates other natives, because she doesn't feel she's valid. Yeah,
I went
after
to try to
watching
go
this,
learn.
I am now totally convinced that actually we did cover this before. I just can't figure out where or when I covered it. But yeah, I think I totally did cover this before. But whatever, we're here now.
And stuff, and the only thing I learned is that I'm not welcome. And that's that.
They're literally just watching TV, not barely talking to each other. I am looking on my phone now to see if I can
But see, the way I look at it, it's not my loss.
I'm trying to see if I can figure out where I covered this already.
It's definitely not my loss.
This is the last time anyone saw the 6-year-old boy fall hard. Investigators are loaded with evidence in the interrogation room and will move on to confront Chingasz. We have a really good idea for that of boys in trouble. We need to. And we want to come here and at least give you, the opportunity to be honest, to help yourself. And you're good.
I don't understand people who go on live just to watch TV or some shit. I can kind of understand sometimes if you're just in a panel all day and you got the TV in the background and people are chilling with you.
We learn still, you know. And never forget this one, Mono.
But if it's like this, just two of you, like, just get off the fucking thing and go watch TV. You're not even paying attention.
I'm not. Trip. It is a trip.
You never thought, did you?
Not in a million years, no. It's just because for what I stand for what you stand for.
But see, I've been treated like this before.
And what they're standing for is the concept of arguing that it's fine for older men to date teenagers. That's the schism, the main schism that they have had with Isla and I. So if that's what they're referring to, it's extremely problematic in my opinion to act like that's some moral high ground.
I've been treated worse. So, you know, it's like, to me, it's just another ticket in my pocket.
also, um, Abuela loves to dismiss people bringing up social issues as, oh, you're bringing up trauma, but she's always talking about how she was hurt. Always.
Echo Park Neighborhood Council, they treated my whole community like this. And I can say their name publicly, and they can't do anything to me because it's a true fact. It is 100% fact what they did to my community, how they used to call us cockroaches that needed to be exterminated in public meetings. So this is nothing new. Men attacking me, that's nothing new either. Men putting hands on me because they didn't agree with me, that's nothing new either. Little girls attacking me, that's something different. I should say fake little girls, because I hear they're over 30, faking their age.
Are they talking about me again? Because they keep claiming that I am not actually 32, that I'm lying about being 32. They keep saying that I'm like 19 or some shit, but then that doesn't make sense because they're saying over 30 faking their age, but they were arguing with me that I wasn't 32. So for a minute I thought they were talking about me, but then that doesn't make sense based on what happened. Like what? I don't know. But anyway, I could have sworn that I had already covered this because I feel like they're saying shit that I've already heard, but I just looked through the timestamps on my recent videos and I don't see this. So if it was covered, I just didn't look at the right video. I looked at all of my videos published this year for it in the timestamps, and either I missed it because there's just so much in the videos I've done, or I don't know, or they're just repeating themselves, and I feel like it's the same fucking video again because it's the same fucking shit over and over. But now I'm over here like I can't tell if this is a video I'm rewatching by accident or if they're repeating themselves. I'm not sure, but I cannot find it if I did cover it, so now I think they could be repeating themselves again.
Detectives are finally ready to arrest Chingasz on murder. You're here arrested and will be charged with murder. What? You were the last person who became your son.
I like having like comfort noise, and I'll be on live streams in and out of the panels whenever there's like 9 or more people in the panel, and like
appreciate you, Abuela, you know. And I mean, we're here. It's just, I just never thought in a million years that people would be so quick to judge and not even have a word with you. As soon as they see me, I'm just like attacked.
Oh no, okay, now it's repeating. We had end and did it. That was the end. Okay, now it is repeating. All right, so we're gonna go to the last clip in a minute. But before that, when they're just like watching TV, I was saying like I have been in panels where, you know, sometimes people will be live all day, like 12-hour live streams, right? And so we'll get to a point where I will be in a panel talking to people, and then I'll still be watching some other shit, but I'm also paying attention. But at the same time, they're not talking to just me, and it's like a bunch of people in the conversation to where I can barely say shit anyway. So sometimes it's like it's not that big of a deal to me if someone's watching other shit while they're in a panel, because it's just like, yeah, we're all just being ADHD, chaotic, spending time with each other. But sometimes it's like when you're trying to talk to somebody and they're watching TV instead, and you're like, hey, it's just like, why are you even on the phone together? Or is it about like having like a comfort person there? I don't know. But I just thought that was weird. So now we got one more of these live stream clips from Just Nobody to watch, the third one. I'm going to go ahead and watch it just for like the task completion aspect of it, the continuity, if you will. I'm going to go ahead and finish this because for a minute, I keep going back and forth. Like, did we already go over all of this shit? But then when I keep looking for this, I'm not finding it. So either I'm overlooking it when I'm looking at my past timestamps, or they're just repeating themselves a lot from the same shit they've been saying. It's one or the other. Okay. Now we're on
No, I can't help but think. I don't even know if I should even say what I'm thinking right now. Maybe I shouldn't. But some people are protesting a bit too much.
And mind you, they were basically, Mono sent a message to Isla saying that if I was nude at 19, that means I wasn't sexually assaulted. And I wasn't even nude at 19, mind you. I was in my mid-20s, thank you very much. But anyway, while at the same time they're arguing it's fine for Mono to talk to teenagers if they're 18 or 19 if they're of age, or if he thought they were 18 but they're 16, that's fine. They're arguing there's nothing wrong with Mono talking to teenagers, and they don't think there's anything wrong with Mono lying to teenagers about his age. One of the teenagers claims that Mono told her he was only 27. They don't think there's anything wrong with that, and they don't think there's anything wrong with him dating a teenager, having romantic relationships with a teenager, while claiming if you're a teenager sharing yourself nude, you weren't sexually assaulted. They don't think there's anything wrong with that. And they are protesting me speaking out about that. They don't think there's anything wrong with their counter protest, but they think there's something wrong with me for saying, hey, men that are this old should not be talking to teenagers this way. It's extremely inappropriate. Fascinating to me. We just have very different values.
Ain't that the truth? You're right.
No, trying to change the narrative, trying to take away the focus.
Yeah.
Changing what narrative? Taking focus away from what? What am I changing the narrative of? I'm saying my opinion based on what I believe happened, and I'm showing the evidence for why I have the opinion. I'm not changing a narrative. You can come to your own conclusion. I'm just letting you know what occurred from my perspective. What focus could I be taking away from?
And that's, God, man.
Mind you, you know what? I'm gonna stop speaking.
That doesn't make you sound guilty as a motherfucker to do.
Yeah, they ship.
What would I be guilty of?
They shift the focus and target the wrong people. They target the wrong people. It's like, you know, I remember there was always a time where it's like, we want to hear from him. I remember there was times like that. Like, I want to hear from him. What has he got to say? That don't even exist anymore. It's just like, oh, that's what it is? Oh, fuck it. Off with his head.
That's not what happens. What happens is when you speak out, he removes you from the groups. And so then people take their voice to their own platform where they have the ability to say something without being silenced. And then he plays victim. In my opinion, it's literally a classic example of deny, attack, reverse offender.
No, they got a tree. They got a tree for you. They got a tree for you, dude. Don't you know that? Don't it feel that way?
And to use this tree metaphor or this hanging metaphor, saying, you know, people acting as if we just want him hung or something, when we're trying to hold him accountable for the fucked up things he says about sexual assault in teenagers, and for trying to have relationships with teenagers while saying these things particularly as well, and for the different beliefs we have on that. I feel like they're trying to flip that narrative and act like, oh, there's nothing wrong with engaging this way with teenagers or dismissing sexual assault. But if you speak out about that, you're attacking me for no reason. You know, it kind of shows extreme cognitive dissonance as well as enablement of fucked up shit. And so whenever on the Toxic TikTok Unveiled, they keep saying, how does Mono get away with it this long? That's why I'm reviewing this, because this is why I believe people like him are able to continue this rhetoric and this behavior, because of the way that their circle enables them. With people like Abuela or Josh, as we've seen.
Yeah, oh yeah, they do.
And they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit.
They're trying to walk me. They're walking me right to it. One of their own.
Mm-hmm.
One of their own that did nothing wrong. That's innocent. I'm innocent of everything that they said is a lie. Everything.
Okay. All right. So where he's saying everything that we said is a lie, everything that he's innocent, he's not taking accountability for the fucked up shit he says and does. So, like, for example, when you come to the messages, none of these messages are a lie. These messages really did happen, and he really did, you know. Well, first of all, he keeps making shit up about my age. He keeps gaslighting and dismissing and making shit up about my sexual assault. And he started doing that after I called him out for engaging in relationships with teenagers. And he is also saying this, calling me a drug addict and all sorts of things, and pretending and invalidating my indigeneity and everything. While saying that 19 is a legal age to date whoever the fuck he wants. And things of that nature and saying that if you're against talking to a 40-year-old man talking to teenagers, then you have the white man standard and you're a colonizer, is basically what he told Isla. And so he's saying he's innocent of this, but I know for a fact this happened. He's saying that we are lying about this happened. I can prove with metadata in the court of law that this is the truth. And so that's another thing. They try to deflect and act like this isn't real or we're just lying, but they don't prove anything they say. But whenever I prove every single fucking thing I say, they act like I'm the one wrong. You know what I'm saying? But they don't see anything wrong with the way they just make shit up and say fucked up things. And I have in yesterday's live stream, he was saying fucked up things about my sexual assault again, even worse. And Josh was enabling that and supporting it, in my opinion. That's why I called him out. And, yeah. And so, you know, I have so much evidence of fucked up things he's said and done in these live streams related to this conversation. There's 2 teenagers that allege that he has been in a relationship with them. He denies being in a relationship with both of them, but he has, in writing, admitted to being in a relationship with Tiana. Nobody sees the problem with that. Nobody sees the problem. Well, a bunch of people see the problem, but nobody on Josh's panel saw that problem, in my opinion, when I was up there. They were excusing it. Nobody in his circle sees the problem with a 40-year-old man dating a teenager. And right here, we have a 19-year-old telling us that he had told her he was 27. This is the age, 27 is the age that Cybercheese claimed that Mono said he was to her. And the teenager too is Cybercheese. Mono made this post. He says this post is just his friend and that he just made a post with his friend. I think this is an inappropriate post. So it's basically the lyrics are saying, because I'm selfish, I want you all to myself, I swear. I don't need nobody else, I swear. And it has their Snapchat emojis, and it's got Cybercheese, the teenager's emojis, caressing the 40-year-old man's face. Yeah, so, it's not showing up on my top chat, but none of your business in the comments said that that's true, and woman over there back him up and attack us for outing his chomo ass, and I believe that is true, yes. And here we've got, so Cybercheese is in here with the emojis, and he says they're still friends or whatever. He's aware that Cybercheese has told us that he told her he was 27 and claims he's still friends with her. And he also posted this too. And I just feel like he engaging with this way, even if you were not in a relationship with a teenager, I still feel these are inappropriate posts to be making in association of you and a teenager. It's extremely inappropriate. It leads to grooming. It leads to problematic behavior. Here, let's see. Here, KB Do You Love Me is admitting that they are aware that Cyber is 19. Here, Cyber Cheese is telling Isla, not to say anything else to Mono about them being in a relationship. And because Mono was telling Isla that he was not in a relationship with Cyber. Cyber is telling Isla, me, and my cousin that she's in a relationship with Mono. And Isla asked Cyber straight up, did Mono lie to you about his age? And Cyber replied, got to have, because I didn't know he was in the 30s. I just thought he was nearing. So, Cyber was telling us that Mono was telling her he was only 27. Nobody sees a problem with Mono lying about his age, right? But everybody's judging teenager number 1. So, right here in this conversation, and I've read all of this so many times I can't keep doing it, but in this conversation, basically, Isla is confronting Cyber, basically being like, Mono was saying that you're not in a relationship, but you told us you were. We're confused about what the fuck is happening. And Cyber basically responded that they were going to keep it a secret. And they were not going to go public, and that Mono had only agreed to admit to it if she told him, if Cyber Cheese told Mono it was okay. Is basically what was said in the conversation. Oh, and we have Jose saying hello. Hello, Jose. How you doing? Hope you're having a great day. So yeah. So we have that happen here. And I think we went through all of this here for Teen 2. And then with Teen 1, so right here, Mono says, because Tiana and I was talking at one point, Tiana is the one who claims she was 16 when she met Mono. She's 18 now. This is her senior year of high school. 2025-2026 school year is her senior year of high school. And she claims she was 16 whenever she met Mono. But yeah. Jose says, doing good. How about me? I'm doing good. Just clearing things up here. I will have to wrap up in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail so I can go cook dinner. But we're going to try and bang all this out first. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, fucking, and then we have with Teen 1, as it relates to the teenager, on phone call, Mono had told me in the phone call that they had discussed living together. And I said, when it comes to the part about her moving there, that's not going to go well for you. And he said, I know what you mean. She's the one who brought up the idea. So, if he didn't say that, why would he reply that he knew what I meant? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So here, Mono is also admitting, he's also claiming that he understood the impression of her being an adult. So Mono claims that Tiana lied to him about her age too, and that she told him she was of age. Tiana claims that Mono is why she was lying to the group about her age, that Mono knew her age, and that Mono convinced her to lie. So here's the thing. Here's why I think Mono convinced teenager number 2 to lie as well. Because why would teenager number 2, why would you still be friends? Why would you still claim teenager number 2 as your friend? Because that's what Josh was claiming to me, and that's what Mono was claiming to me in Josh's live, that teenager number 2 is just his friend. Why would teen 2 be your friend if teen 2 lied about being in a relationship with you and was telling everybody that you lied about your age? Why would you still be friends with teen 2 unless you convinced teen 2 to keep a secret with you? Just a question. It's just a question. That's just speculation at this point, you know. But that's why I think that Teen 1 and Teen 2 were both convinced to lie, in my opinion. So Jose said, "What are you cooking for dinner?" I haven't decided for sure. I'm probably just gonna do red rice and chicken. Fuck it. I don't know. And None Your Business says, "Well, we have a recording of Tiana admitting she was 16 when they started seeing each other." Yes, we do have that recording, and I played it in last night's stream, if I'm not mistaken, and that is in the Toxic TikTok Unveiled live stream. And I will try to remember to make sure it's linked in the description of this video later. But that all of that was in the very first video that came out on this in the Don Chewy live on Toxic TikTok Unveiled. That's in that stream, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So a lot of people are taking it as a he said, she said, and they're discrediting both teenagers. And a lot of people claim Mono's telling the truth and both teenagers are lying. I feel like there's enough, not only the similarities in the story are related to the pattern, I feel like there's also differences in their story. And I feel like some of the differences in the story with Teen 2 align with the text messages that I've gone through that Mono sent me, which Teen 1 never discussed publicly if that occurred. So Teen 2, in my opinion, would only have really, like, how would Teen 2, you know what I mean? Like, Teen 2, in my opinion, wasn't making up those messages because she would, the Teen 1 didn't make anything like that public, but I knew messages like that had been sent to me, for example, as it relates to the casino. And so, yeah, that's where I was like, oh my god, I really fully believe that was the same fucking situation, but with two different people. I think he has like a pattern here. So yeah. And where I just don't have value alignment is people who, you know. So yeah, Mono is claiming that she was 17 when she met the group. But Tiana claims she was 16. So I don't know. Yeah. But he claims that we don't have evidence, but yeah, I've got all the text messages between us. All of the Snapchat messages, the live streams, the live stream conversations, the fallout. I've got screen recordings, all of that, and voice recordings, you know, all of this is real shit. So he claims that he's innocent of everything and that we're all lying, but I don't think that this is something that an innocent person, you know, would have sent. Like, this isn't innocent. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just heavily disagree with that. But yeah. Okay, let's go back here and try to finish this.
Every detail. It's a lot.
And every person that's, like I said, every person that's coming up talking shit on you had previous beef with you for whatever stuff from like years back.
I had previously blocked Mono, and I had told him at the time that I blocked him because the way he was treating women was making me uncomfortable. And then I ended up unblocking him because he was back in all of these spaces. And so I was like, well, if they're all giving him a second chance, I will see if he's improved. You know, I feel like a lot of people decided to give Mono a second chance because you were like, everybody deserves a second chance and room to grow, right? But that us holding him accountable for his pattern of behavior isn't bringing up old beef. It's not trying to have an issue with you. It's literally wanting you to stop your behavior and not being a place to enable things where you are causing harm to community, you know?
Back maybe at least 4 years. You got into an argument for whatever reason. I don't know, but look it up. Look it up. You were all friends at one point. You were all sitting at the same table laughing, hee, hawing, and next thing you know, there was some kind of a disagreement for whatever reason, and you guys stopped talking, and those are the people that are coming up at you right now. If people took the time to do the research, they would see the same thing that I'm saying right now. These are the people that have unresolved issues with you.
I don't understand, like, because if you took the time to do the research and you saw the evidence of the things he said, then that means you align with it and you approve of it. I find that very problematic. You know what I mean? Yeah, like if you look into the facts of all of this and you agree that with Mono and what he said about my sexual assault, you agree with Mono on dating teenagers, you and I don't get along. We should not be in the same space ever. And her trying to, you know, act like people who are holding him accountable for that and holding her accountable for that are just haters is very telling of her intentions, in my opinion.
And they're coming up. They found their chance to, you know, to bite at you, and there they are. And what better thing than hit below the belt? Because that's the kind of low vibration people they are, hidden below the belt.
So mind you, they think there's something wrong with me for calling him out for what he says about my sexual assault and about me, but they don't think there's anything wrong with saying this type of shit. And then when all you do is say, hey, this is real fucked up to say, they're like, oh, you're the one attacking me. All I did was say this is some predatory shit, man. And it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's really, it's like, what reality is this? We are like, wow. We do not have value alignment, you know? And that's why I couldn't be in Josh's space yesterday. Like, not, well, it didn't happen yesterday, but we covered that stream yesterday. I think it happened the day before or the day before that. I don't know. But you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, wait, shit. That's the wrong thing. Is she whisking something?
And even people that were on your panel one night and then the next day they're attacking you. That's some bullshit.
Okay, she keeps saying the same thing. I'm not going to keep going over it. Is she whisking? Is she cooking? They're just watching TV and cooking over there?
But you know what? Karma, baby. Karma is a bitch.
What would we need karma
and when she comes
for?
To pay.
So you think I need karma for calling you out for shit like this, but you don't think you need any sort of accountability for saying shit like this? Wow. Okay.
She doesn't come to pay, she comes to collect. Because karma don't like nasty. Especially if you're living in your truth. Woe be you if you're telling a lie. But if you're living in your truth, you best believe karma's gonna come knocking on your door.
So literally I have a clip of Abuela acting like I'm not native enough. And when I called Abuela out for saying that, she literally said word for word, I never said that. And I have the fucking clip. So I just think this is really hypocritical and funny coming from her, because she will literally tell a lie and sees no problem with it because she doesn't think you have the evidence. And then when you have the evidence, she's like, oh, you're just out to get me. You're just a hater.
To those people that are doing all this damage. And I feel sorry for you. No saben con quién se metieron. Someone saying hi to you, Mono.
Hey, what's up? Who said hi? Nice to meet you. Hey, nice to meet you. How you doing? Yeah, it's me, bro. It's me. Just weathering the storm, man, you know. Got a lot of hateful people saying a bunch of bullshit about me. That's not true at all.
You know, what's funny is I'm only saying things about you that I have some evidence for, but you don't think you're hateful saying shit you have no evidence for. Quite fascinating. And here we've got Native Mama saying the only reason the other side of that group separated was because they were just saving their own asses. But we all seen them sharing space and backing him up. I agree. Oh my god, it didn't show up in the top chat here, but in my live chat on the side it says Midwest is a bald-headed roach from Super J. The fuck, Super J? I don't know why it's not popping up in the main chat. Whatever. I'll have to figure that out if I can. Yeah. I think Super J's taking shots at Midwest over there. Fucking, I don't understand their mindset or their ideology, because literally all you'll do is, show the record of what they said and be like, hey, I have a problem with what you said because this is harmful. And instead of taking accountability and just being like, oh, wow, I shouldn't have said that, I apologize, I'm going to do better going forward, they'll say, I never said that, you're lying, that's a fake receipt, they're making things up about me, they're lying, they have no evidence, you know what I mean? And Midwest, it didn't show up for Midwest either, but in the comments on the side here, Midwest said Super J's taking a shit about situations. Oh, Midwest came up, but Super J didn't. I wonder if YouTube is racist, because why is Super J being silenced? Why is Super J being silenced by my YouTube top chat? Anyway, yeah, let's keep going. Let's see.
But like I said, I already did my part, what I'm supposed to do, and that was to make a police report. I did that. They haven't done that. I'm waiting for them for that, but they haven't.
It's not showing. Oh, it did. So Super J said Midwest is dating Mono. That's why KB won't leave Midwest alone. Super J solved it. Yeah, with regards to the police report thing, so Tiana claims she did file a report. I don't know if she did or didn't. Mono claims he also filed a report. I don't know if he did or didn't. In my opinion, though, I don't know what the fuck Mono's gonna file a report for. Like, what? But you know what? We'll see what evidence he has. I don't know, or if he did or didn't. Maybe he also called his tribal attorney. Who knows? Like, just.
Because they know that it's them that it's gonna fall back on. It's gonna fall back on them, not on me.
Had they done a police report, they would have already come knocking on your door. How come they went knocking on somebody else's door and not yours?
That's not necessarily true. Police reports take investigation, sometimes they will wait until they have a certain amount of evidence, or they'll go through certain chains, they'll get certain permission, they need certain paperwork before they come to you. But yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Some different stations, different people move at different speeds, so there could be because maybe, I don't know if there is or isn't a police report, maybe there isn't one, but I don't think this alone is a reason to think there's not the possibility of one, but yeah. Oh, god damn it, it's not fucking showing up that Midwest just said Super J has been putting golf balls up Manny's asshole. This is what Super J said in the comments, but it's not fucking showing up here. I wonder. I don't have time to fix this right now. Fuck it. That's hilarious. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna keep going. My bad.
Help, please. I'm downstairs. Okay, who got you?
I don't know why the TV is killing me in this stream.
You know, I can't help but think. I don't even know if I should even say what I'm thinking right now.
Never mind, I think we finished it. That's totally restarting. Yeah, we already watched that. Okay, great. That was the end of that. Okay, awesome. So it looks like we did catch those 3 clips. So for a minute there, I was thinking, did we already watch this? Am I replaying something? But after watching more of it, I actually think this is something different. I think they're just repeating the same old shit because I found myself responding to things that I actually don't think that I've responded to yet from them, that I don't think they said yet. So, yeah, sorry, I just got a message. This just depends on when I need to cook dinner, so I'm checking this real quick. Oh, okay, yay. So I do need to go cook dinner in a second. All right, so what I think I need to do is wrap up and go cook dinner. But before I do that, I'm gonna see if there is. Let's see here. Okay, I haven't processed all of this, so I don't want to pull anything up because we'll be here all day. Is there anything else that I want to see right now immediately? Okay, I think what I will do is I'm gonna go ahead. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this live stream, give y'all like a conclusion. Oh my god. It's not showing up in the comments right here, but Super J said sexual sounds ? In the live chat, and then he said Midwest and Mono sex tape is being shown. That is fucking hilarious, and would explain a lot. But yeah. So what I'm gonna do though. So kind of process today. Let's wrap this up and conclude that we're gonna finish this live stream with a conclusion. Then before I roll my outro, instead of just immediately rolling my outro, I'm gonna play this live stream clip so it's better quality. But we did already do a reaction to this in this stream, so that will happen before my outro. But basically now, just to kind of wrap up on everything, what we talked about today. We started off by reviewing the past KB situation. In my last live stream, KB had joined the panel, and so we basically stopped what we were watching to finish out with what KB was saying. Midwest is putting in the chat that Super J is in love with Feather Boy, aka the Get Down Brothers. Feather Boy is my dad, didn't you know? Oh, and Ladybug's my mom. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. But I'm over here like, don't talk about my parents. Just kidding. That's a joke though, because I was making fun of Tawana's fake DNA test. I think it's fake. And I was basically saying, I put on a piece of paper, Super J and Ladybug are my parents. Does that make me native? You know, that's where that joke comes from. But yeah, so we finished today with the clips. I had 2 clips that I had recorded, and then Just Nobody also got a recording. And so 2 of those clips that I recorded, part of Nobody's clip is in my recording that we went over today, so we did go over that. We also picked back up where we left off last time. We finished watching those live stream reactions between Mono and Abuela today. That was on the Exposure channel. We did talk about the Exposure situation a little bit more today. And we mostly just kind of did a reaction follow-up conclusion to the last live stream I did, where we finished out the what was left of what other material I have related to KB. And we also finished out with the Just Nobody live stream post from the Mono and Abuela live. So that's what we did today. So yeah, I'm gonna go cook dinner. I'm gonna go cook some red rice and chicken, I think. Oh, Super J put in the comments on the side. Oh, Jose says enjoy your meal. Thank you. Midwest said that Super J is perverted. Damn, Midwest. And Super J said that Midwest needs to go moisturize his kitty cat for Mono because he's a bottom. Oh shit. Fetter Boy said Jay gets fisted. Damn, Fetter Boy. And Midwest said Super J needs to go wash his damn ass. Oh, dear Lord. Y'all are having a field day over there. A field day. Don't worry, guys. They're not fighting. They actually love each other. This is how they love each other. Nothing to see here. Just, you know. Feather Boy said Midwest, wash it for him. It's the nurse fantasy. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go roll this clip and then my outro is gonna roll. I might come back and address the comments between this clip ending and my rest of my outro playing. But besides that, this is gonna wind down now. Super J said he doesn't love these skanks. Yeah, you just hang out with us hoes every day. Ain't that right? Got it. Okay. Midwest said, Fetter Boy, why don't you lick it? That reminds me of that ad where it's like, pickle you kumquat, you liquor. Yeah. Anyway. We've got Native Mamas or None Ya Business over here saying, I feel like I need to go pray for them. Right. Everybody smudge. Everybody needs to smudge now. Fucking go give some tobacco for some offering. Like, the fuck are y'all doing? Go give an elder some tobacco and smudge yourself. God damn. Alright. We're gonna actually fucking watch this shit for a second. And I might check in on the comments before I leave. But basically, this is it for the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you, Midwest, for streaming and all of that. Thank you, Fetter Boy, for being here. Oh my God, Fetter Boy just said that Jay's gonna drop. Oh, Pamunky. You know I'm Pamunky descent. You know I don't do all of that over here now. We can't have the Powhatan people all up on here. No disrespecting the Pamunky name. Can't do that over here. But anyway, so. Feather, yeah, comments in the side here. Super J says Feather loves eating Midwest kumquat. Oh Lord, y'all are gonna distract me all fucking night. It's not even showing all the damn comments. I need to figure that out. Fuck it. Okay. Before I move on, can I figure that out? Is that possible? Let's see. If I do. I guess not, because there's no URL difference. I'll have to figure that out another time. I'm trying to figure out if I can fix that. And here's the thing, Midwest. I just said no bringing up Pamunkies this way, because I'm Pamunky descent. I'm Powhatan descent. I can't have that on my panel, because I can't have that disrespect. Like, if anybody from my tribe were to see that, they would be like, why the fuck would you allow someone to disrespect us this way, you know? But yeah. Oh, and they're still doing it. I don't think they're listening to me at all now. I will process and maybe address that a different time, because I gotta go cook dinner. But yeah, so Fetter Boy says leave the Pamunky alone on the side here. Thank you, Fetter Boy, for getting it. Thank you for getting it. All right. Midwest said Fetter Boy and Super J got caught. Figueroa Street? I don't know what the fuck that is. Shit. All right. So here's the rest of this live stream from a different perspective here. And this perspective it's the same live stream that I did a previous reaction to, but it's just a different quality, so hopefully you can hear it better if you missed anything before. I'm going to play this before I roll my outro, and I'm going to go ahead and get dinner started. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here, and I hope you're all having a great night.
And tell her that she lied. He also told her, none of the rest of it even matters. I just want to say this woman lies all the time on men and women. And it's sad what she's doing to these innocent children. They don't deserve to be separated from their parents because she has issues. That's really all I have to say. Thank you for letting me speak, and I think I kept it respectful. I appreciate you,
You did,
Midwest.
Tammy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tammy.
You're welcome.
Anybody want to circulate the next question? We got Fuck Around and Find Out in the house. Three Wear Customs is in the house. Deaf Child is in the house. Kiki is in the house. Salish is in the house. Brady YP is in the house.
There's a question in the comments. I'm gonna answer that real quick. How can they be separated with the allegations is false? Because I have an active OP from 2024 against my ex. There's a no stalking and harassment order attached to that specific case. These sick fucks went out and reached out to him, right? And got buddy with him and everything else. And they're the ones that are doing the stalking and harassment on his part. There's a whole bunch of other shit that gets deeper. But unfortunately, due to the court case that's going on, I can't really say too much about it besides the stuff that these assholes already snitched on. There's a phone call on my other page where Manny admits that these guys were all in a conference call with my ex on Snapchat. They went around, stalked my family, got a video of my 11-year-old saved onto their phones that they shared on Snapchat, went off and looked for pictures of my other kids amongst other people's kids, and did a whole bunch of other fucked up shit. Which, again, they all pointed the finger at each other. There's receipts of them talking about it themselves, saying what they did in their parts to it. And there's also other video recordings of them snitching on each other.
All I'm going to say is this. Y'all getting pictures of people's kids, posting pictures of people's kids, doing anything to that extent. You guys are the ones that need to be in jail. Because why the F do you have pictures of people's children that are not related to you? That's what I want to know. First of all, like y'all are strange for doing that. And then I'll answer this question, KB. I am addressing you solely because you're the only one here. If you really want to know, I'm not gonna speak on nobody that isn't here. Everybody else may do that, but I'm one of those people that I'm not going to. If they're not here, they can't defend themselves, then I'm gonna just leave it at that.
We also did send out requests for them to come to the live, and they haven't came. So there's that.
Can I address something?
Yes, you may.
Can I say something? Okay, I was in a group where these guys do pranks on women, okay? New to the group, they have you read stuff that to them, they think it's funny, shit that they make up. It's all for laugh and giggles. You know, I'm not gonna make excuses for them like boys are boys. This is just what the fuck they do. It's not fair because they're taking a woman like on this roller coaster, which, you know, you believe what they're saying to you. You believe that these other women, these ops, are being cruel to them. So you're like, you want to stick up for them, okay? Don't Chewy, they came up with some story on Cammy. Cammy has been told that I didn't say that. I didn't make it up. She was told that Manny said it. Manny has told her. So Cammy has known this, but she holds on to the story that I lied, that I came up with it, that I was lying to her, and that's her story instead of going after Manny, okay? Because she has been told by Manny himself that he came up with this fucking prank. It was funny, ha ha ha. She didn't think we all supported it, but yet she goes after me, okay? This is the Mardi Gras story, which Don't Chewy just had me read. I was actually believing that shit. I was like, shut up, are you serious? Because I was believing what he said, okay? So also, she is lying, okay? She wants to say, I'm lying. That's the honest truth. That's what happened. Yet she holds on to the story like, I'm the one who came up with it. I'm the leader of this group, and I'm the one who said it. Because she's too scared to go against that group. That's what it is. She's too scared. So
weekly.
Cammy did support a group of people that were threatening to call CPS on a person, on an innocent woman that's not even on TikTok.
Liar.
They lied to her, saying that her boyfriend was having an affair with me, nonetheless. Okay?
That's a lie.
They lied to her. They made her go
Hi,
on
Cammy.
this roller coaster, which is a ripple effect affecting little kids. They have, I think, little kids, okay? Little, like preschoolers, okay? These women did that to that woman, okay? There was a whole live. It was Cammy. It was Moni. It was Lala, the one who made up the story saying this false affair that this guy had with me. And after a while, when they couldn't control him, when they were so angry that this guy was supporting me, they went and threatened him and that they were going to call CPS on him and his girlfriend. I have a DM where one of the women say, yes, this is what we're going to do to keep these kids safe. They're making the whole thing up.
Can you bring
Cammy
up the
is a liar.
receipt?
Cammy was involved in that. Moni was involved. Lala was. Was Native Mamas? No, she was not. But then she came later into the group and supported them.
I have a question. Do you have the receipt?
One more thing, hon. One more thing, Cammy. Okay.
Hang on, Cammy. Then Kiki's gonna go.
One last thing. I don't appreciate you. I have already talked to Don Chewy about the shit that happened. He has done shit to me too. He dragged me. Trust me, this motherfucker literally jumped me and, fucking threatened to beat me and challenged me to a fist fight. That's what Don Chewy. We've already talked about what happened between me and him, yet Cammy keeps interjecting like she knows these people, yet she never goes over there to address. Cammy, I don't think Don Chewy appreciates that you keep talking about his son. He has a condition, yet on every panel, just because you want to prove some weird point with me, you keep bringing his kid. That's a child, okay?
I don't appreciate you calling CPS on people.
I've already,
The one that took him out on the background.
You need to drop a receipt for that. So I'm just saying, I don't think Don Chewy, I think I already talked to the people we needed to talk to, yet you find it your business to do this all the time and to bring an innocent child just to make a point about somebody who's nobody like me, about his conditioning. You keep bringing him up. So I'm going to ask you to stop bringing up his child, okay? Well, why and if you don't, I don't think he likes
You don't need
I
to.
think
That would be
he's
for
going to
Don
talk
Chewy
to
do.
you.
Come to Jocko's panel and tell her that she lied. He also told her, none of the rest of it even matters. I just want to say this woman lies all the time on men and women. And it's sad what she's doing to these innocent children. They don't deserve to be separated from their parents because she has issues.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was repeating for a second there. Featherboy said Happy Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And by the way, everybody, Featherboy, he is mixed descent. He happens to be African American descent as well as Native American descent. And so, yes, so for Featherboy, I really appreciate you bringing that up. I was thinking about mentioning it, but then I didn't know if it would be appropriate to, necessarily associate these issues with that or say anything or, But yes, like just honoring Martin Luther King. I hope, everybody has, I wish more people were able to have the day off so they could, take time with their family and their community to remember that movement and his work and how he helped with getting human rights just across the board, you know. But yeah, so sometimes whenever because I was raised just saying Happy Martin Luther King Day, so that's what I used to always say without thinking about it, Happy Martin Luther King Day. But then one day, somebody was just like, it's not a happy day. Why would you say that? And I was like, oh, and so now I'm still learning like the right words to use. But it's kind of like sometimes we'll be saying things we don't think about the etymology or the history of what we're saying. We fall into repetition of what we've always heard, But yeah, so I'm still learning the right way to honor today, but for lack of better words at this time, happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody, Martin Luther King Jr. And yeah, I'm grateful for everybody for being here, just reflecting on value alignment and thinking about human rights issues and what that means for us. What does value alignment in today's society look like for us? So yeah, to kind of connect that. Thank you, Featherboy, for being here. Thank you, Super J, Midwest, Native Mamas, Jose. Did I miss? Oh yes, Exposure was here. Mixed Native. Thank you all for being here. Brandy, thank you for being here, Brandy. Did I get everybody? Yes. Thank you guys. I hope you have a great night. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, I'm gonna go make some chicken and rice. I hope you have some good dinner. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. Join the loyalty program at noladeafchild.com/loyalty and check in during live streams to get points for rewards.